Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back to
Whoa.
the Bards. What's up?
Hold on, I have to change the windows. Yep, now you guys all fit. We're good. Okay.
We still did it. Welcome back to the Bards Playhouse presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 6, Episode 150, Sesquicentepisode Spectacular.
Woo!
Thank you so much for joining us. Now let's bring in our wonderful cast. We have Eldridge as Khan, the godly gourmand Rizzolo, aspect of flesh.
Always great to be here on this, I would say, spectacular occasion.
Spectacular. Shane as Death Reborn, Tybax, aspect of essence.
For reasons I'm not going to get into, I can't do Zavid's voice today. However, what I will say, a little fun fact, I realized that there are stressor languages where you put stress on certain syllables, and then syllable languages. French, which is where Khan's accent comes from, puts no emphasis on any syllable. Everything has an even emphasis. So instead of saying hesitation, where you put the emphasis on hes, you'd say hesitation. Hesitation. It's like all even. That's how. That's why French has that certain way of speaking.
That's certain. I don't know what.
Yeah. Just a little fun fact I learned today. I wanted to share. Yeah.
We also have Elliot as Thought Thief, Reese Guildleaf, aspect of Bone.
Well, I'm feeling cheesy and I'm feeling Gouda.
Take a hero point for that. And everyone else take an additional hero point for a new session. We have Ash as the melodic mistress, Ophelia Evenheart, aspect of Blood.
I have nothing witty or fun to say, but 150 episodes, goddamn.
I know, it's been almost 6 years. It's unbelievable.
That's insane.
And we've got Jerry as Gavel, Blessed Blade of Boldray.
I have not been here for 6 years. I've been here for like 2 sessions, guys.
It's okay. I've only been here for 5 years. You can be the newbie.
Yeah, we've been doing our best to explain the lore. But, as always, I am Lumpy Bronzearm and will be your DM for today. Last time, Lux Et Umbra was in pitched battle in a digital realm. Skitrix Prime, the Mind Goblin, had long infected the mind of Cassandra Lee, preventing the goddess's true ascension. Trapped on a life support machine, being forced to act as Nyarlathotep's personal calculator, the Iron Goddess wept binary tears. To free the Iron Goddess, the dread virus must be cleansed. The 3 heads of Skitrix Prime executed program after command after hack, dulling the senses and minds of Lux Et Umbra. Yet brains matter not to a paladin of Boldray. With a flick of his wrist, Gavel's clockwork Makwahuitl switched to hammer time as he spun around and hurled it upwards, smashing the Prime's face. Alarms began to blare as the voice of the Prime rang out, commanding her processes to reboot her system into the alpha test mode. Reese, using his keen ranger eyes, realized that even though Skitrix's reboot healed her fully, it also came with some glitches. Easier to hit, easier to land spells upon, but stronger on the offensive. The Prime screeched a 56k modem command, summoning 3 massive swarms of Skitrix drones. Though they resembled Sota, these drones were still fully enthralled to the hive mind. Using the flying gravity drones to their advantage, the swarms flipped gravity, forcing Lux Et Umbra to begin falling right. Gavel, Khan, and Reese went back and forth, smashing and stabbing into the central processing core as Ophelia and Tybax psychically invaded the Prime's mind. At her core, Skitrix Prime was little more than a young, nerdy goblin girl. Though she seemed willing to abandon Nyarlathotep, the shy college student admitted that the Shadow Man had complete control over her now. Knowing that even a god needs an anchor for control, Tybax pleaded to Ophelia for an arcane boost. Through their demigod connection, the savior of song juiced up the nurturing shadow, who used this influx of magic to pinpoint the Nyarlathotepan connection. A sheen of light flashed on the young goblin's glasses. Without a thought, Ophelia blasted the glasses to bits with an overwhelming barrage of magic missiles. The sudden severing of the hive mind from Nyarlathotep shunted Ophelia and Tybax out of the Prime's head, her glitches exponentially feeding back upon themselves. No longer able to differentiate friend from foe, the digital mind goblin's programming began to degrade. With a final prayer, Tybax blasted the Prime with his godlike void power, dissipating it bit by bite. The power went out, save the emergency lights for but a moment. A reverberating gong rang out through the digital realm, and a blinding flash of blue light shot to the roof. Before Lux Et Umbra floated the true form of a newly ascended goddess. Cassandra Lee, now free of the mind goblin, was able to undergo complete deamorphosis, yet she offered to her liberators a single truth. Tybax steeled himself as he knew what question needed answering, precisely when, in time and space, will there be nothing left? Coordinates for where they can magically send Rovagug, where it can devour nothing ever again and slowly evaporate away into nothing. Numbers and formulae surged across the goddess's entire being as she returned an answer accurate measurable to within Planck times, 537,326,543 years in the future. This number was etched directly into Tybax's consciousness to prevent it falling into the hands of the enemy. In a flash, the Iron Goddess was gone, and Lux Et Umbra found themselves once more within the Horizon's pursuit. Saint BX9 was overcome with joy and pride in Lux Et Umbra having freed his goddess. Sota was curious about the unconscious Skitrix and hid to not scare her. Ophelia healed the small girl, who woke with a start and could not remember where she was. She introduced herself as Skitrix Greenhair, a college student from Absalom, whose last memory was from 23 years ago. She recounted reading a strange book in the restricted section of the library, which she pulled from her satchel. In an instant, Tybax could smell the stink of evil upon it and snatched it from her hands. Apologizing, he explained that this is a legendary artifact of Nyarlathotep, a wildly dangerous magical item that needs to be locked up tight. With wards, glyphs, songs, and blessings, the cursed holy text was placed within Lao Shu Po's dimension of secrets. Taking care to not overwhelm the young goblin, Tybax and Ophelia messaged to Lord Maris and teleported Skitrix Greenhair to Druma, where she can rest, recover, and read. Having finished their business upon the crashed spaceship and being sick of the cold, Lux Et Umbra teleported home to Shadow Valley. The bold ones were elated to see them and welcomed Gavel with open arms. The massive warforged from another world was given a tour of Shadow Valley, all the while learning what he could about Galarian. Being from the dangerous land of Corvair, Gavel had no tangible clues about how he came to leave his world and land in this one. Even the gods here are strange. Much to everyone's surprise, Gavel seemed to understand the incoherent babbling of Bubbles the homunculus, weeping at the deep wisdom within his words. Between the bold ones, Ankh the Memitor, Melina the Blood Ghoul, and the Goliath Ether Spider's Wisp and Worldwalker, Gavel had to truly reevaluate his preconceived notions of what is a friend and what is a monster. Within the deepest chamber of Shadow Valley, Tybax and Reese sat Gavel down to lay bare everything about the situation. The conjunction, Rovagug, Nyarlathotep, the Pit of Gormuz, spawns of Rovagug, the amassing armies, the individual effects of the planet, which unlikely gods have allied. It was almost too much to take in the overwhelming amount of apocalyptic lore all at once, yet the Paladin of Boldre sees two goals before him. Search this world for a way to get back home, and for the power to kill the Lord of Blades once and for all. Meanwhile, Ophelia teleported back to her home at Castle Druma. The mood was jovial, with a sheen of anxiety for what is to come. The vampire demigoddess was greeted by Lord Maris and Queen Daniela. The Malenki, halfling refugees from the deserts of Assyrian, waved as they ate. Ophelia sat with her grandmother, Empress Talandia at Dasaril, and her older brother, Prince Eredril Arion. Chuckling, twitchy Eredril, having been tortured for a century by a banshee queen Ilkana Eleanor and transformed into a purple tiefling, was only too happy to see his sister. His fiancée Miranda the Grapefruit in a wig had also apparently missed Ophelia. With a sigh and a wave of her hands, she reached into his mind and excised his madness. Pulling the dark trauma out like the root of an invasive weed, his eyes cleared. After all his suffering, Eredril was finally free. Now to do the same with the invasive weed whose tendrils dig deep into the world. Nyarlathotep. And this is where we come in today. That was a very long one, sorry for that, but appreciate your patience. We come in at Shadow Valley. It is the next day. I've given all of you a long rest. You're all healed up. You have your abilities and your spell slots back. But first things first, I need everyone to roll me a will save DC of 40.
You got it.
Oh, we will.
This is the primary planet one, and Jerry, I need you to roll one as well, please.
Oh,
There we
I got
go.
40.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, whoa!
Looking
Let's
nice
see, am I missing
today.
one? Just con.
My
Oh,
pretty
you know, but when she
Alright.
gets when she
Here's
gets
the question,
messy,
Con.
it's actually
Do you-
good though.
Sometimes it sucks, but it has helped in the past. So, Con, this is up to you. Do you want a hero point, or do you want to take that natty one, that big old fatty natty?
I will take that fatty natty.
You'll take that fatty natty?
You know
Okay.
Hell will take that.
We know
You
she's
know
going to
it.
take that.
I'm
So,
not gonna waste a
Con,
hero
you were...
point on fun.
we're gonna give you the Seeker's Blindness, the bad version. So, for Jerry's sake, for Jerry's sake, what just happened is because the planets are coming into alignment, 4 of them affect magic users. There's Arcane, Primal for Nature, Divine, and Occult. Khan is Arcane, so the Arcane planet affects her. Basically, in a nutshell, she gets Arcane ADHD, and it makes her only really able to do arcane things. Am I frozen?
You are
Yes,
frozen,
you are.
but there you go.
Or am I here?
You're back.
I'm back?
You're here now.
Okay, thank goodness.
Oh,
I don't know where I cut out, so I'll just start over. Khan
No, we
is an
heard the whole
arcane.
thing.
We
You
heard
heard the whole thing? Oh,
thing.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I thought I froze for much longer. Anyway, so basically it gives Khan really arcane ADHD, where all of her mental skills get a -4, except Arcana gets a +4 boost. So Khan, you wake up this morning and you know what's going on. It's a very familiar feeling. You are extremely scatterbrained. You can't focus on anything.
Don't mean Zavid have to roll twice.
You do. I was just about to get to that. Both of you, this is for, also DC 40, another will save, please. And you also have 2 other ones to roll.
Another nat 20.
Another nat 20, 2 in a row. Holy
Nat
shit. And a
19.
nat 19. Wow. So the both of you save on those, and I need the 2 of you to roll me a DC 44 fortitude save. This one's for your spell slot. That 11th rank divine spell slot you've been holding on to. Zavid, or Tybax, you pass again.
These are all the good rolls out now.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And a nat
Okay.
20 for
Yeah.
Ophelia. My goodness.
This was
God
really
damn.
important. We needed to
This
have
was
this
important. You needed this. So Tybex, you are still only at drained 1. I don't know why the buff went or the debuff went away. I need to give that to you. Drained 1. And Ophelia, you're still only at drained 2. The 2 of you have been holding on to these powerful magics for quite a while now, and you're doing okay. You both wake up feeling strong. You're still feeling a little drained, and you know why, but you recognize that only Khan has failed her planetary save today.
So funny
Ophelia,
languages for me.
not today, no funny languages. I have Ophelia in the kitchen with Sugar Wanter cooking, with Khan and Tybax at the table. Reese, I have you in your room sleeping as per usual. Gavel,
Yep.
I also have you on the extra large bed. So we come in with Tybax and Khan, with Ophelia nearby. What are you discussing at this early morning?
I am writing the speech that I'm planning to give. And I'm like going through the prose, and I'm just like, fight for our lives. No, afterlives, because Rovagud will eat the heavens and the hells. That's too productive. And I'm like scratching shit out, and I'm like trying to come up with the perfect thing. What is Khan up to as I'm like working on this?
She's tinkering with something. And she says, did you say something? And she's just like, she's got the drill out and she's just like,
I'm not falling victim to the alignment that you are, but I'm just in a natural like hyper focus state, and I'm just like, what?
what?
And then you go, what?
The 2 of you
What?
do that for 5
Huh?
minutes.
What?
Yeah, I
asked you
think
first,
at that point, Reese eventually finds his way down and is just like, oh, where the fuck am I? Oh, there I am.
You're over to the right just a little on the bed.
Boop, 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 boop,
Yeah, there
boop,
you go.
boop.
Reese.
Down the spiral.
I need you. All
What?
right.
Okay.
I say sit down, eat your
Mhm.
breakfast. By the way, can you speak common? You good today?
Yeah, you can hear me. I'm not speaking
Yeah.
a different language. Am I
I
Khan?
guess. Sorry.
Khan? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, I'm
Just
good.
a stupid question.
You pull out a big, like cartoonishly large mallet. What's this? Right at the table, and I'm like, so I'm writing the speech.
Mhm.
You know how some of our abilities over the past months that we've been traveling together, we've gotten some little help from, I think, the gods here and there.
Yeah.
Like when I built Memento Mori, I felt Abadar's influence help me finish the object.
Hmm.
I don't know why, but I know that Gozray has been offering me a gift. Maybe I'm just in tune with it because of my sort of cleric stuff, I'm not sure. But in case it's not bullshit, I want to create a speech that I can give to the entire planet of Golarion and anybody who can listen beyond, even our enemies. I don't mind them knowing. They know where they're going to be there too anyway, so it doesn't matter. I just want them to know it's not going to be easy.
Well, let me take a look at what you have. And can I do a society check?
Absolutely. I'm going to kick up that difficulty because I know you're insanely good at that. At 50, you can have guidance.
Cool.
You can have guidance from Tybax, and you can have assistance from Khan, but she's going to be at that -4.
No, I don't want to. I'm not going to bother Khan. Khan's tinkering and clearly keeps going, what? Every time I'm talking to Reese.
Can I get a 2? So guidance from Ophelia?
Ophelia. Let's see, who has society? Does Ophelia have society? I know Gavel is trained in it. Let's see if Ophelia even has it.
Wait, am I trained in society? What?
You're both trained in society. Ophelia's a 26, Gavel's a 24.
Yeah, but you're trained in like Sharn society. It's a little
different. It's a little different.
Very true.
Oh,
That's
very
true. If it doesn't mesh.
All right,
very true.
All right,
that's true. So Ophelia, go ahead and you can roll a society. If you hit a 30, you can have a 1 there, Reese.
Yay, so then it'll be +2.
Yeah.
No pressure.
All the pressure.
Oh, perfect.
33.
That is just enough. So
all right.
Reese, you get
so
a
this
+2.
is essentially, will this give me, because I'm just going to play the message. I'm not going to change what I already recorded.
No.
Like, will this help my influence, like a diplomacy check on the world, sort of? Will I get a bonus from Reese's influence here, essentially?
With a 54, I would say absolutely.
Okay.
Because Reese has been studying all of these cultures all this entire time. So you would know, you are able to spot a couple of cultural insensitivities that he accidentally wrote. It was completely by accident. He had no intention of doing it.
Yeah.
But I can't think of one off the top of my head. But there's a few things you catch.
Well, you're like, we will turn to each other and shake hands. Shaking hands in some cultures is actually it's a little bit of a different context.
Yeah,
it's not like a friendly thing.
What I would say is...
you can't say aquatic people, it's people of the water. Things like that. Like little... microaggressions.
You can't say shake hands. It's, we are meeting eye to eye on things. Some cultures do not like handshakes, so... especially these ones, they're a little spicy, so I would say... This, and
then you see me use the word comrades, and you're like, I know. In Abadar, they really don't like that because it's sort of another sort of economic system they don't like uses this, but I want to keep it.
This feels too socialist.
But the problem is we need all the help we can get. We need to be inclusive. We need to think about everybody. We can't isolate even if it's silly.
Then just say everybody. Just
you're
use the word everybody.
What about, and I'm like, I start going to just like mortals, because mortals, like, because I start saying like people, and you're like, well, what about like awakened beasts? I'm like, okay. Because and so I just start going with like mortals, and there are so few immortals out there that anyone that is like offended by this wasn't going to join us anyway. Mortals covers everybody that's not a god or some supernatural being.
That's pretty cover all that. That's not as offensive.
Yeah, so I start using I'm like replacing terminology, and we're like revisioning and editing, and so I start like practicing certain things, and you're like, speak up at that part. Actually, enunciate that word, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, bold that, underline.
Yeah, you're able to really spice up his speech. Sorry, go ahead, Ophelia.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think at that point she'd just walk in, put down like massive amounts of food, and just be like, what are we doing?
And I think when you lay down the food, that's just gives like the brain power. So that's how you're assisting. You're assisting giving us brain power. And
sustenance.
Yes. Reese just goes, that big to literally everybody in their head speech that Savid's gonna say. He's working on that now. We're making it much nicer for the people who will be listening, so there won't be anybody offended because you said shake hands with others.
Ooh, shake hands. Yeah, that could be a touchy one.
And some of them might not have hands. It's kind of offensive to others.
Listen, the hands thing is gone. I'm not gonna do that. But then as we're kind of going over it, you can kind of hear the overall message of the speech is trying to deliver the necessary info, who we are, and why I'm contacting everybody. Of like, we are trying to fight off an existential threat. We all need to unite and put aside our differences. But just saying that, it's like I start having to go into like using examples and prose and things that like needs to inspire. It's not just delivering information. It needs to actually rouse people, get people to stand up and do something about it. And still deliver everything that's necessary. It ends up being like a 6, almost 7 minute type of like speech by the end. And my delivering of it to you guys, I'm like lost in my own world. I'm thinking it's great, and you're hearing it, and it's like he needs to practice just a little bit more. He needs to practice this.
Speak into the mirror. It's gonna suck looking at your face, but speak into the mirror and look proud.
Well, they're not gonna see me. It's just
yes, I know, but you need to have that confidence. If you don't have that confidence while you're looking in the mirror, who's gonna believe you?
It's
all in your voice.
Go up to the nearest mirror, and I'm like looking at myself, and then I like look, and I'm like, wait, did Ophelia leave? And I turn, and she's there. I'm like, oh wait, I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
Take a hero point. That was funny.
Thank you.
I haven't given up many recently. I'm going to try and give up more today.
And then I see Gavel kind of peek his head through the door.
Pretty much filling the doorway. He's like having to crouch under, and he's like halfway into the room. He's had to like take the hat off so it doesn't get knocked off his head.
And when he does so, the first thing you notice is that flying next to him is Bubbles, and Bubbles goes.
Oh, Bubbles.
I see.
And then starts to laugh. But you also notice that Bubbles is wearing a pointy hat.
Oh my god, look at the
and
little
is sitting
guy!
Is sitting flapping right next to Gavel, not leaving his side.
I love him even more.
Wait, you understand Bubbles? No one understands Bubbles.
I can't even understand Bubbles, and it's sad.
That actually gets me to stop practicing my speech, and I turn and I'm like, I'm sorry, it talks?
It's always spoken.
Very, very wise words from something so small.
Really?
I don't believe you.
I just have above table that I think it was like in Night at the Museum when the one cowboy's like, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
All right, I know how to test this.
Mm-hmm.
Bubbles, we have not told Gavel who your original creator was.
Oh.
Please tell him who your original creator was, and then Gavel, you tell us what Bubbles tells you. And if it is the truth, then I will believe that you can talk to this thing.
Let me pull up Discord really fast.
I believe you did send it. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Don't say that one yet.
Okay.
Sorry. Here we go. Say that.
Did you send that in here?
In Discord.
Send it in Discord.
Yep.
Uh,
I apologize for how loudly I type. I should have muted myself.
No, you're good. I don't think I got the message.
Oh. Let me send it in Zoom then.
I apologize.
Here you go. I'm sending it to you in Zoom then.
Hello? I've
Maybe?
not gotten anything from anybody.
Nothing. That's so weird.
Discord
Do you
could be
be on
having a fit.
Discord? It's probably my internet. It's probably on my end. Let's see. Can I whisper to someone? No.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, find it. Get it. Yes, there we go.
I'm assuming the first one.
Yeah, that's the one that they'll know. But say the whole thing I just sent you.
They took me from an alchemist named Vilry. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then, but my original witch was named Tasha.
Whoa. He can understand bubbles. Who's Tasha?
Maybe Bubbles wrote it down for him ahead of time. Let's do another question. What was... Shit, I don't know what Bubbles knows.
I don't know what
knows-
Bubbles knows.
Bubbles knows everything. Bubbles has been
I'll
with
be-
us since episode 3.
I know. I'm gonna be honest.
Give me perception
Maybe haven't
checks,
been giving.
Tyvex,
I
and
might
Ophelia.
not have been giving Bubbles the respect he may deserve because I have
Or actually,
really
not
been paying
not
much attention.
perception. Tybex, give me religion. Ophelia, give me occultism.
Okay. Once it wants to load for me.
Occultism,
keeping
not
accent.
for Ophelia. Yeah, not
Well,
worth running here.
I can't do worse than that.
47. That is enough. I was looking for a 44. Sitting here for a few minutes talking and focusing on Bubbles, you're suddenly realizing that Bubbles feels kind of powerful. There's a magical aura coming from that hat and that spoon. Bubbles seems to have some kind of power.
Where did you get that, Bubbles?
And it points to the hat, and it's
She's always, they've always had the
Yeah.
spoon.
No. Well, the spoon, sure, but not the hat. Where did those come from? Did you take them off a little witch? You steal from a child?
and it kind of goes into this pantomime story, and Gavel can be translating the whole time. Basically, Bubbles has been trying to tell everyone for a long time that he was sent here from another place, and he's lost his original friend Tasha, and all he had of her was the spoon he used to help her with, and the hat that fell off of her head when he fell through the portal. But the problem was, none of you were able to speak his true name to give him his powers back until Gavel. Gavel was able to speak his true name of Bubbles, Toils, and Troubles.
I hate you.
Above board, Bubbles is now Gavel's familiar.
Okay. You're gonna have to send me art of Bubbles, or something, because if the original creator is Tasha, the one in the same from the Forgotten Realms, I'm gonna have to include it in the Elliot and Jerry's
Hell
world
yes.
for
I will 100% do that. Here, in fact, when he goes into the explanation of the previous world in which he lived, you can see he makes a minor illusion of a woman with white streaks in her hair who's a witch, and you can see the hat is the same hat that Bubbles is wearing. Above board, yes, it is that Tasha. But none of your characters have any idea who that means nothing to any of you, Tasha.
Yeah.
That's just a name. This is just some witch. And Elliot, we can't hear you for some reason.
Oh, here we are.
There you go.
Sorry. If that is Tasha's original familiar, that explains why Giselle is clearly the familiar now, because Bubbles left.
Maybe. This is a homunculus. It could be a familiar, but it could also just be a little assistant. You know what I mean?
Also true.
Yeah.
Dang.
It could
But
be. We're not. It's not. There might also be a canon familiar for Tasha that I haven't
Probably.
come
There
across
could,
yet.
yeah, there
So
could be.
I want to leave it
didn't
an
look,
open
to be
question.
fair.
That's
To be
so
fair, I didn't
cool.
look.
Either
But
way.
for Jerry's sake, and if anyone else wants to look, Bubbles here, Bubbles Toils and Troubles. If you look at the spells section, Jerry, you are learning a bunch of new spells. You're not getting any new spell slots, but you are learning a bunch of new stuff. You're getting a cantrip, Tasha's Caustic Blast, which does 48 acid damage and 44 persistent acid on with a reflex save. You're getting Fleet Step, which makes you run faster, Long Strider, which makes you run faster, Organ Sight, which gives you persistent damage on a single target if you pass a medicine check. And then these are the fun ones that I had to translate over from 5e into Pathfinder. Tasha's Hideous Laughter, Tasha's Caustic Brew, Tasha's Mind Whip, and Tasha's Otherworldly Guise. I have transcribed these into Pathfinder-ish rules, but they are fun. So you now have all of the Tasha spells because Bubbles remembered all of them.
Oh, good.
Hell
Thanks
yeah.
for Bubbles.
That's so
Very exciting.
cool.
I
Bully
can
for
see
Bubbles.
These ones where? I'm sorry.
If you look in the chat window of Fantasy Grounds, there's a thing that says NPC Bubbles Toils and Troubles.
Oh.
Just click the little skull, and then if you click the spell tab on that pops up, you can look through all those spells. And I'll put those on your character sheet here in a minute. I just didn't want to put them there and have you see them
Oh.
earlier.
Got it.
Yeah,
Yes,
wait,
you
he
now
has
have-
the gnome trait?
Oh no, I copied his base from something else. That's a leftover from the previous thing.
Okay, I was gonna say Bubbles is actually a gnome.
Homunculus. There we go.
Yeah, it's a construct, right? It's like
Yeah,
a false...
construct. That's the
yeah.
word. Construct.
Well, I look to Bubbles, and I look over to Gavel, who is a Warforged, and I say, Gavel, do you eat?
I don't really have a mouth to eat, so not in particular.
I see.
Yeah, the whole like metal faceplate, though it has like an indentation where a mouth would be, like an implication of a mouth, it doesn't actually move or open or anything.
I think Connor's gonna look up and she'll say, "Do you want one? I'm sure I can invent you one."
I'm
shaking my head.
good. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, though.
Then I say, it's probably why you get along with the homunculus so well. Their mouth is more like a little indent that moves around, sort of like the mouth of a sock puppet, you know? There's no inside, it's a, you know, it's sort of just like a big clay stop motion creature that moves around.
Yeah.
I thought you were just gonna say that Bubbles makes the best baked Alaska I've ever had.
Well, that's
I
the
mean,
crazy
he
thing. Bubbles
does.
doesn't eat, and yet Bubbles knows how to cook better than anyone in here. So I'm not really sure how they did that.
Bubbles goes, blah, 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 blah. And Gavel, you know that means Tasha was also an excellent baker.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of goes, yeah. It says his previous master was Tasha was an excellent baker.
This explains why his desserts are so good. Like, man, little flambe. Oh, you would never believe how good this guy cooks.
There's a tinge of jealousy as you guys talk about someone else being a better baker than Ophelia. There's a little bit of like, I was the best baker here, but okay.
You're the best. He looks over to Ophelia. She sees her face. He sees her face and just goes, "You cook and bake the best. You got that double superpower. Bubbles just only knows one, as far as we know. So like, you're still number one."
Stop trying to coddle the demigod because a homunculus has some skills that you have literally the rest of eternity to polish up your baking skills and prove you're better.
I was not talking about Bubbles being a better baker. I was talking about Tasha, but okay.
Sorry, I misunderstood. But still, you do not need to be coddled for this. You're fine.
Zavid, Tybacks, we coddle you all the time whenever you eat a Reaper.
It's true.
Guys, we're past this. Okay, I like Reapers now. I've come around on it. I've seen the lights, you could say.
By the
No
way,
need
Jerry, I put a giant
be-
chair out for Gavel just
Yeah,
directly right next to Reese.
He's over the. He's like, he's eyeing the chair, and he's like, "That'd be nice." And then he's like looking around, seeing if he could get around the table, and he's like,
I hadn't thought about that. He might have to go outside and come in the other door.
Yeah, I think he's going. I'll be right back.
So
What-
funny.
So what are we doing
I'm
today?
back.
What's our day looking like?
Well, we're gonna have to be killing another god at some point soon, but we still haven't figured out where this confrontation will take place or how we are going to do it. Should probably figure that out before we decide.
Should we bring out the blueprints again?
Not here, but yes, somewhere. Somewhere else. Basically, like let's go down into the secret lair that's been warded and
sure.
everything. You don't have to go to the new map. We can still be here, but we can just,
Okay.
unless you want to, I guess, if it's not too much trouble. It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. I've got the link right here. Let me share the map. And then drop the friendlies. There you go.
Yeah, when we start going over this thing, it's like, well, we're gonna have to move through and get over here. That shouldn't be an issue. We might even be able to do it with just some teleportation or a shadow walk. It's not that far in the grand
We
scheme of things.
also have the.
We've also got a tree. We'll probably
That's
take
true.
a little shortcut and
I
get
could
closer.
use the Strider set.
I can pull up that map if you give me one moment. I have it.
I don't know if this will work, but I could potentially maybe locate Shax. That's who we're fighting, right?
We already killed Shax.
Not
Yeah,
Shax.
Lathotep.
The
Lathotep.
Lathotep. Sorry, not Shax. Sorry.
Lathotep.
Lathotep.
I think we know where we can set up a. I don't know. I'm forgetting some details about what we know about Nyarlathotep, but I think we know where Nyarlathotep is probably going to appear. Because
You know the
we
where
know.
and when.
Yes, because we know that he is going to attempt to release Rovagug. And based on the vision I got in the mirror at Urgathoa's palace, he's going to succeed. Like, we're not going to be able to stop him. And maybe that's the point. Maybe because we need Rovagug to be out so that we can get rid of Rovagug. So maybe we shouldn't try and stop him. Instead, we just need to be prepped for the spawn. Because as the conjunction weakens the seal, the spawn will probably come out first. Some spawn, not all of them, but like it'll start. Basically, these spawns show up every time the barrier, the seal between where Rovagug is and Galarian like gets thin enough that his influence can like create these things. If the barrier's open, it's gonna probably create a lot more of them over time than if it was just, So that's what the armies are for. Is to contain the spawn, right? Our job is to basically confront Rovagug before anybody else has a chance to, so that we can get rid of it. But if Nyarlathotep is still around when this is happening, Nyarlathotep can directly step in and fuck with us, and we don't want that. We can deal with their followers. We cannot deal with the one rogue god that's trying to that is very smart and knows how to do this. So I think it might necessitate that we either wait to kill Nyarlathotep just before we kill Rovagug, which would be very dangerous because then we wouldn't have the energy to fight Rovagug, or we somehow find Nyarlathotep beforehand and destroy him. But I'm forgetting how we were gonna, because I think we figured something out. Can you remind us, Eli, what did we figure out about him? Like, we had some piece of information where we were gonna use that.
The one thing you know for sure is that he's going to be at the Pit of Gormuz when the conjunction happens, like when Akaton finally aligns, the red planet. You know for sure that's the one place you know when and where he'll be. Beyond that, you don't know where he's hiding. You don't know where his lair is. Let's see. No, I don't think you've managed to kidnap any of his cultists, like any of his priests. So there's no insider information you've really been able to find. Like you were able to find that one cultist of the Devourer, the one Rovagug person that you healed and helped and got hella information from. You've never been able to find in your Nyarlathotep one. But you do know that he'll be at the Pit of Gormuz at the High Conjunction. The other thing you figured out is that he's very slippery, always has escape plans. So you need you already came up with the idea that whatever your plan is, you need to assume that he will escape at the end of your plan. So your plan has to include a second part to follow him when he inevitably escapes from you.
Yeah, because we were going to do a setup.
Yeah. You were going to do like a false thing where you're letting him think he's escaping. And you're like, nope. What the specifics of that, you never got around to figuring out.
I think I might have to ask for some counsel from someone who knows Nyarlathotep better than Nyarlathotep expects.
Who's that?
His mom.
Bruh.
You guys see the lights dim as the chamber becomes dark. And I call out to Cabreri.
Ooh.
As I try to contact him through the secure channel. Basically want to summon an avatar of him. So I'll use animate dead, and I'll extend it to last longer than a minute to create a ghoul for his sort of persona to inhabit so that he can speak with us. Instead of just being a disembodied voice, to have him hear and plot with us.
A ghoulish an amalgamation of shadows. In fact, all of the shadows from Ophelia, Khan, Gavel, Tybax, and Reese, all of your shadows get pulled from your body, and all you feel weak for a moment. Not mechanically weak. I'm not going to give you any ill effects, but you just you feel your wind pull out of you as these shadows coalesce together and form into what appears to be a ghoul with a long tongue, long claws, but it's made of all of your shadows, and says, "Oh, benevolent one, it is good to be in your presence, Eshtabai." And it bows its head. I'm not going to continue with the voice, but you get the idea.
Yeah, please don't. Don't do that. End up like me. So I nod to the incarnation of Cabreri and I say, the time has come for us to eliminate the one that has been tormenting you with these titles and powers over the ghouls. He is the last obstacle before we can take out the Rovagug. The Faceless Pharaoh must be destroyed. And I suspect you may have already a plan to do so.
Indeed. I have been slowly assisting. Oh, which one is it?
Norgorber?
Sure. No. It's one of... I've got too many things open. Oh my god.
Is it a god?
No. It's one
okay.
Gonna be faster to pull it up on my phone because I had it this morning. There we go. Yes. He says, I have been working in the background with your herald, Liliana Thriceborn, gathering together the ghouls of Leng, out from under the nose of Nyarlathotep. At the strength of her arm and the weight of the Exafist, along with the charisma she commands, we have brought many to bear. He has lost many forces, many faithful, to Liliana.
I suspect he does not care, for he believes this world to be at its end soon, and he will remake it anew in his own image. But that is working to our advantage. He does not believe himself to be able to lose, which is exactly the confidence that we will use to bring him down. I need to know not just where he will be, but where he will go once he escapes from us. We need to be able to pursue him to the ends of the multiverse and eliminate him once and for all.
He is tricky and slippery. He will try to escape, but he will know that you will chase him to the end of the multiverse. This is why his plan is to escape the multiverse. He will escape you into the Dead Vault. He will escape you into Rovagug. In his madness, he believes he will come out the outside in another universe. You know of this, do you not? For it has happened before.
So he thinks... So wait a second. Above table, when Pharasma and the others came to this universe, did they go through Rovagug to get here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
because
I didn't realize that.
What happened was they thought that the black hole was just a portal and that the actual devourer was on the other side and they could go in and fight it. You know, they thought it was going to be a big boss battle, but they literally just dove into a black hole and popped out the other side as the first 4 gods in your universe.
Okay. So we need to stop him from going in, because here's the problem. When you know how divinity works, as we are beginning to understand, you know what it takes to undo it. You know what it takes to destroy that which is divine. But Nyarlathotep, I have long suspected, is also not of this world. And not in the way that our associate Gavel, or Bubbles, or even, I suppose, Pharasma and myself are not of this world. I do not believe it's of this multiverse, but what's up?
You are somewhat mistaken, Tybax. Nyarlathotep is not of this world. Nothing of him is of the natural order. I want you to roll a religion check. Looking at guidance.
Wait, I'm mistaken? That's what I was saying.
Yes.
Any
right.
assistance?
Yeah, you can help him with a religion. Anyone else?
Can I help him?
everything.
Actually, yes, Gavel, you can.
Instead of religion, can I argue Arcana or occultism?
Occultism probably fine.
What do I need to make a check then?
Religion, yeah, from you there, Gavel.
That's fine. Get over there.
Okay, we'll say those two had guidance for 40s, so yeah, they're both trained in legendary.
39, 39, 39.
That's actually pretty cool. Take a hero point for that, everybody. That's cool. 339s.
Everybody?
Yeah, everybody. I'm feeling generous today.
Damn.
All right.
We're gearing up for the final battle. I need to pump
Good
you guys
Lord.
up with a bunch of hero points. This is like when you're playing a video game and you find a bunch of healing potions and ammo,
Yeah.
and then it auto saves, and then you're like, wait.
I got
What's
a
happening?
bad feeling about this.
That's what's happening right now with this hero point I just gave out. So yeah, Tybax, go ahead and let's see. With the legendary one, that helps. You can roll the +5.
+5.
And if you use here focus point for lucky gate, you can roll at advantage. Both at +5. It's really high DC, but I want you to pass.
Let's see. That's 1. There you go.
There you go, 60. Or 61. I was looking for a 60. That's what I was really hoping for, which is extremely high. Well rolled. It says to you, in fact, Nyarlathotep is not of this world. Nothing of his madness is natural to Golarion or its multiverse. Just as your friend here is not natural of this multiverse. And he points at Gavel and Bubbles. Says, neither of them are from the same world as you. Neither are they from the same world as Nyarlathotep. He has been pulled from a world known as Relia, in a distant other multiverse. A land of madness and eldritch creatures and gods beyond comprehension. He was brought here, much like your friend. I know not how.
If we... Being bold here does not make one invincible. He must have been... And he was probably a minor god, not one of these incomprehensible ones, but something a bit less powerful. For why would he want to make this world his own? He would be king of his old world otherwise. So, he must be able to be destroyed. I would rather not just send him away to some other person's, some other plane where he can be someone else's problem. It is not only going to doom them, but that at some point he could always come back. We need to make sure that he's gone for good.
Nyarlathotep walks in multiple forms. The Dark Man, the Golden Pharaoh, and the Twisted Tongue. Know this. You will need to destroy all three forms to eradicate his essence entirely. The Dark Man acts as a patron of witches. He will have many powerful allies at his side, many powerful casters. The Pharaoh manipulates reality, time, personalities, and the Twisted Tongue, a building-sized creature that confuses, causes madness, disrupts communication. It will attempt to eat the spells of any casters you have amongst your number. This will not be an easy task.
If his essence, if we destroy each of these forms, is there anything left of Nyarlathotep that will remain? I want him obliterated completely. I want him not even the dust to remain.
If you can destroy all three forms entirely, he will dissipate. His tenuous grasp within this world is waning. I suspect it is one reason he wants to escape it.
And we've accelerated the process by siphoning his worshippers away.
Indeed. He is growing more and more desperate by the day, yet his madness prevents him from caring.
This has been incredibly useful, Kubaduri. I knew I could count on your hatred of Nyarlathotep to serve us.
Eternal.
We will need to be thrice as cunning as the Mad Pharaoh. Three forms. We engage the Mad Pharaoh. If we can find where it will be, where he will be before he goes to the Pit of Gormuz, we can head him off there. Essentially, go to where he's preparing before the Akaton the Red. We can time it to the very day, so we know exactly when we need to be there. We defeat the first form. He will escape, attempt to get to the pit, because Akaton will come into conjunction. He'll try to waste no time. There we defeat the second form. He will be fearful of his divine essence being destroyed before Rovagok has a chance to destroy the world. He will go to wherever he feels safest. We figure out where that is. and destroy him there, that will be the end of Nyarlathotep. Then we need only deal with Rovagug, which, but powerful as it is mindless. We can steer its path of destruction where we wish. We need only focus on it, which means Nyarlathotep has to fall quickly. While we're fighting Nyarlathotep, that means that the other gods are going to need to focus their efforts on slowing Rovagug's destruction, protecting the mortal armies that gather to fight it. Make sure that they are not killed outright. Sarenrae, I know, will likely send Demirius, but also her own avatar down to fight alongside him. Iomedae is no different. Her legions of paladins from across the continent will be there. We can count on them to be our front line. But the spawn of Rovagug are... they will
Powerful
be deadly.
beyond measure.
So every bit of protection and every bit of weakness we can inflict upon these spawn to slow them, to give our armies a chance to catch their breath, strike again, keep them contained for as long as possible, buy as much time until we can get rid of Rovagug. That is our goal. You may need to assist the other gods in their efforts. I will be counting on you to lead the Lenguls to the surface. Whence Rovagug
Liliana
rises.
is already walking them to the pit, to your meeting place as we speak.
Good. I suspect that when Rovagug rises, the sun will become eclipsed. Even with Sarenrae and the rest of them fighting, the darkness of the rough beast will create shadow across the pit of Gormuz. But our ghouls will use that to their advantage.
Indeed.
The paladins can fall back and the ghouls can make their stand. Once light can be restored, we switch again.
A thought
Basically,
occurs.
Lux Et
Perhaps
Umbra, light and shadow.
a brilliant stratagem. Take a hero point for that. That's very clever. Yes,
Thank
I
you.
like that. A thought occurs. Nyarlathotep's main strategy for gaining allies and power is to offer precisely what his foe wants, giving them exactly what they wish for. Perhaps we use this on him. Perhaps we simply open the gate, open the vault, chase him when he is desperate. As you say, slay the Golden Pharaoh outside the vault. However, have it open, give him an avenue of escape, but force his hand into the where you want him. Kill him within the vault before he reaches Rovagug.
I see. Find where he's preparing. Destroy Form 1. Allow him to open the vault and destroy him in Form 2. Then chase him into the vault, but be ready to be there to head him off before he can get to where he needs to be. Destroy Form 3.
Indeed.
I look to Ophelia.
And
I
that
say,
was for your 61 religion, was giving you that piece of information. That's a good way to go. If you open the vault, he'll jog for it.
I look to Ophelia and I say, one of us will have to use our great spell to stop him from reaching the vault. I believe one spell will be able to send Rovagug to where we need Rovagug to be sent. I have it burned into my mind. It might have to be me to send Rovagug away, unless everyone has that burned in their mind. Or is it just
You are
me?
all psychic. You're close enough to
Okay,
one
I guess-
being. You can all know. It's
Sure. Okay, yeah, it's fine. So it doesn't really matter. But one
Doesn't
of
really
us can use the other spell to create a temporary but quite impenetrable ward that can stop, even for a short time, a god from getting into Rovagug. I don't know how long it would last, but remember, this is the kind of magic that can cross thousands of years of time if we use it to create a temporary barrier that even the Mad Pharaoh himself cannot cross, we can buy us enough time to destroy his final form, saving whatever universes lie beyond that portal. And then the other person, whoever still has their spell, can do what needs to be done to send Rovagug to the allotted point in time in the future where it can no longer hurt anyone.
I was planning on using Gate to send him the same way that my mother did.
Okay.
But whichever you would prefer.
Well, Gate is not Gate's not through time unless you do the 11th level,
That is
right?
how. Yeah, that's correct. That's how her grandmother did it, and her
Okay.
mother. They used the 11th rank to change it to be able to time travel.
I think it's poetic above table for Ophelia
It is.
to follow in her grandmother's footsteps and like finish what she started. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Technically, Ash, your mother, her 11th rank spell was to take the key, the information, and to absorb it into her blood. That was her spell, and then her grandmother is the one who sent them both to the future. Just above table, that is specifically who did what.
Like poetry, they rhyme.
They do. It does rhyme. So technically,
damn
you're
it.
doing what your grandmother did.
I fear there is one thing we're not considering. Who or what is Nyarlathotep's champion? Who is Nyarlathotep's chosen? Who follows and gets their power from Nyarlathotep? Because we have access to these 11th level spells, but we are not the only ones that could have access to this magic.
You remember when that fight broke out, I believe it was at Shaq's place?
Yeah.
He did use the same
did.
type of level spell that we have.
Good memory. Yes, Shax did use an 11th rank spell, and it stunned him, and that's how you were able to dogpile him and take him out, because he was a demon lord. He wasn't a god, so he had no right to use that spell. That's why it stunned him. Good memory. Damn, take a hero point. That was a long time ago.
Most, even the demons do not want everything destroyed the way Rovagug plans to destroy things. At least most demons. I cannot speak for other chaotic fiends like Clip-Offs. Perhaps they don't mind, but we can count on them not getting involved in this. They do not have the power to access this world so easily. And I do not believe those that are willing to rule over a world of depravity and violence are going to step into this fight and try and prevent us from achieving our victory here. Even those people need a world to exist in order to make it into the depraved hellscape that they desire. So, the only ones I really fear that we need to be on the lookout for are any of the followers or those that are champions selected by Nyarlathotep. The Urgathoans we've essentially taken care of. Lamashtu has agreed to stand down, so she has commanded her own to stand down. And we have
she's dead. You got Tree Razor took her place.
Oh, we actually killed her. We straight up
Yeah,
I forgot about
And
that.
so you actually have her forces to back you up.
Yes.
Like, you don't
Tree
just have them
Razor-
standing down. He's
Yes,
going to
and-
back you up.
And he can prevent any crazy demons that decide they want to leverage this situation for their own gain and create chaos in the wake of this. Keep them under control. We already know Asmodeus is going to lock down the hells. So it's who is the other? Oh, and Cassandra Lee is completely purged, right? So
Yes.
she's all of her shits is no longer an issue. It's really just we have one god and their followers, and that's it. And that god,
And
we
then
don't.
the Devourer cult.
And the Devourer cult. The cult, though, we just don't know enough. I think we need to gather some information on any named characters that could stand in our way. I'm talking people who either have supernatural powers that are going to be really fierce combatants on the battlefield that could like be a thorn in our side, or anyone that has access to 11th level magic that is going to maybe use it to fuck with us. I need to know who they are. I need to know where they are.
I will need to figure that out in between sessions, but that is a good thing for me to do. That is a good direction. Thank you for the direction. So the time between sessions will be you researching that.
Yeah, we're gonna be. I might be calling on gods that I don't normally worship to help me, like Desna. Like, can you access some dreams for me and get me some like info? Like, I might, I might ask. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Reese also, real quick, Ophelia. Reese also has a card, a Baba Yaga card that's something about like learning dreams from someone's dreams. Okay, what's up, Ash?
This would be in character that I would say this, but what if that speech that you're going to be giving, do you think it might actually be able to hit the ears of all gods, not just humanoids or whatnot, but like even gods that might be able to rally on our side? Like,
I believe the gods are well aware of our plight. We have been not secretive. Yes. Like, I mean, we've been secretive about some things, but we've been, for the most part, very unsubtle about our actions.
Yes.
It is the mortals that don't necessarily know. They might have heard of us. Many have heard of us, or at least they know about certain changes in the multiverse. They felt it, right? Urgathoa and Lamashtu being gone is a huge deal and leaves these ripple effects that even people who do not have any connection to that would feel. It's the same as if Sarenrae were suddenly slayed. Even those who do not follow Sarenrae would feel that, right?
That is a different force.
So I think we explain, what I'm planning to do is explain to them that Lux Et Umbra, I name us. We are the ones that are responsible, and we do it for this cause, and to rally everyone to join that cause. If our enemies hear it, I am unable to control this. This is not my power, it is a borrowed power from, I believe, Gozre. It will reach whoever it reaches. I have to assume the enemies will hear it, so I cannot say anything that will give away our plan. That's why I'm not specific about how we're going to do it. It's more of just telling people to not give up and to show up the pit if they're willing to fight.
It would be nice to have like full-fledged, like full-on gods, the same way that Gork and Mork are willing to lay down their divinity.
No other gods, I believe, are going to lay down their divinity the way Gork and Mork have. But they can summon avatars for short times. They need their believers to help make that happen. This is going to be a moment where a lot of, almost the entirety of all the worshippers of these gods are going to pray and wish for the same thing at the same time, which is to bring their god here to save the world. And if enough of them believe it, the god will have enough power to, for a short time, create an incarnation to actually fight. There are rules in the multiverse that prevent a god from just stomping around and ruling over the mortal realm, but if enough of the mortals will for them to be here to fight on their behalf, it can happen for short times. So this is going to be one of those moments. I suspect we will see the forms of Iomedae, Sarenrae, Desna, and all these gods that we've been working with. Even ones we haven't, that are on our side clearly, but we just haven't really spoken much to their followers, like Callistria, goddess of revenge. I'm kind of excited to see what kind of chaos she's going to bring, and then, of course, the druids will bring Gozre and the force of nature. I assume that they're going to bring their, at the very least, if they're not fighting, they'll be able to help supply food and fresh water, as well as healing to all of the armies.
I'll talk to my dad about that, and I don't mean the djinn. I mean the tree. I feel that if we can get nature on the side of things, is a pretty good connection as a tree.
It is a wasteland, but through the miracles that we work, we can, for at least for as long as necessary, turn it into something better, something where the sands become more rigid so people do not sink. Their boots do not sink as they're trying to run. It becomes rigid enough for them to get the full strength of their movement, no wasted energy, able to fight off anything that we need to fight off. I mean,
what
in
about,
a way. Oh, sorry.
No, go on. Sorry.
I was gonna say, like, I'm excited to see the different forces that gather. I mean, we might see some of the forces that fought at the World Wound. You know, the Scar of Shakoris or Scalaris, whatever it's called, where they closed up the portal to the abyss that was letting demons onto Galarian. Those paladins might feel the call to battle once again and come, and we might see some veterans of like crazy battles here. Or the Chalaxian Hell Knights, they fight devils as a rite of passage. We might be getting some very different but very powerful allies gathering here. It will be quite the sight. Even Gex, I think, like, even undead armies from Gex, now that they know that, like, the new god of undeath is, you know, like, these 4 demigods calling everybody, they're gonna be like, well, kind of have to, you know?
Maybe we should check this out.
Yeah. I think the only one that I am not expecting to really do much, I would imagine the one country where we're not really gonna have a whole lot of luck getting them to, like, come and aid us is that one country. What the hell is it called? It's that one that's like, what are you called? It's not Numeria. No, that's not it. It's this country that's sort of like a gothic horror place.
Oh, geez, I don't
Ustalav or something.
Oh, Ustalav? Yeah, Ustalav.
Yeah, there's a
place.
tree in front of it on here, and I was like, what is it called? Ustalav is like very Urgathoa centric to the point where the culture is steeped with Urgathoan messages. There's probably some holdouts there that fucking hate us that will not answer our call. That whole country is very fucked up. So maybe there will be a few countries that just are gonna be like, fucking your fight. We're not doing this, right?
Of course.
So there is that. And there are also some wild areas like the river kingdoms where they really aren't going to have many people to spare. We might get some adventurers from those areas, but probably not whole nations of armies sending contingents. Places like Varissia and Belkzen might send just, again, certain like small contingents. But I mean, this will be a coalition. This truly will be lots of little armies and stuff coming together to form a massive joint
but we
force.
also did kind of touch Belkzen.
You did.
Yeah. We might get some raiders from Belkzen. Like, I wouldn't say that won't happen. It's just
you did make staunch allies of Wyvern Sting and Hundux Halfman.
There are some places that are more likely to send stuff than others. Like,
for sure.
Like for example, we've never been out to the far east, but there is a powerful empire called Kalesh, which is to the southeast of the Pit of Gormuz. They have a pretty good straight shot to get to us. If they, and they're a Saren Ray, like avid Saren Ray followers typically over there. In fact, there's a little area called Saren Ray's Gaze, I'm saying. We might get, they're like,
right,
stylistically, they're sort of like Indian, like India. Like they've got like a really cool like India subcontinent type of vibe to them. We might be getting some really cool exotic armies coming from the east, very much like when in Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, where they got like the Oliphants and stuff. We start getting like fucking Oliphants showing up. Like we could call them in. That'd be kind of fun. But yeah, I'm not gonna
be a battle.
It will be a battle.
I'm gonna just stop there.
We can go. I have a few other scenes planned. We can kind of transfer, unless there's something Con, Reese, or Ophelia need to talk about while the group is still all together.
I don't think so. No, we've
No?
got a plan of attack.
I think Ophelia's just gonna just kind of be like, all right, well, if we have nothing else, I have some stuff I gotta take care of before the end of the world.
Yes, and also I'm tired of talking, so please. I pass the baton. I fucking throw the baton at you guys, please.
Yep.
Not a
Don't
problem.
worry.
I'm gonna go with Reese, if that's all right with everyone. I kind of have an order-ish.
Okay, cool.
Order doesn't super matter, but does a little bit. So you can close it of everything you've got open. Reese, you were saying you wanted to spend a little time with family before the end of the world and before the big battle for the multiverse. So you have in your head and in front of you a physical map of all of the Ent shards in Galarian. So you know that you can essentially fast travel, is really what it comes down to. And you know that your mother, Leilani, lives on an island very far away. Let me pull this map up just to give you an idea. Share that. Let's see, how do I do ping mode?
Jerry, how do you do ping? Oh.
Yeah, Jerry, how did you do ping mode? You showed. Oh, he's not here.
Nope.
Because he figured it out last time. Okay,
know.
that's fine. I will just make little arrows. So you all are, I believe, right about here in these little mountains, and your mother, Reese, is pointer. Give me another arrow. Is way up there on that archipelago, far, far to the west, at the steaming sea. So, but you know that because there's an Ent shard right outside of Shadow Valley, you're able to basically just Ent shard stride, walk straight through this tree. So, without passing even just but a moment, you are able to step out of this tree. This massive ancient tree with pink leaves all over it. It's a chilly day in the farms, the homestead. You can see that there are cabbages growing, onions and carrots in nice little organized rows. And you see that the sun is slowly starting to set. It's early evening. But you step out of the tree and it closes up behind you.
Sorry, I was trying to find Ophelia and everyone.
Oh, is that my tiger?
Maybe.
Ah. Okay. He walks up. I believe this is a door.
Yeah, sure. It's either that or it's over to the left. Either way.
Either
you can,
it's somewhere. Oh, it's over to the left. It is. It is. Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
He's gonna do a knock.
All right. You knock, and a few moments later, you see the door open, and standing in front of you is your older sister, Adelina Giltleaf. She has honey brown hair and yellowish eyes, but she is also a full-blooded elf, just like you. She has gone on many adventures with yourself and the Windseekers, her companions. But yes, your sister opens the doors. Reese, holy shite! It's so good to see you. Where the hell's you been? Get in here! And she grabs you and pulls you into a hug.
Yeah, yanked in into a hug. Well, takes off his cloak. Traveling, always have to have a traveling cloak. Anyway,
Boy.
Defeated a couple gods more. And we might have some more.
Really checking them off the list, eh? Whoa, come in. Ma's got a stew going. Let's go. And so she brings you into the main room here, and she says, "The tiger you left here is taken to the homestead really well. I think is laying over on the sofa."
Oh yeah. Let's just pretend I know how doors work in this place.
Yeah, that's fine. She goes over to the window and yells, and yells at it, "Ma! Reese just showed up! Come on inside and say hi!" "Oh, I'll be there in a moment." But you, yes, as you walk in, you see that your Suli-blooded, your genie-blooded Smilodon, your saber-toothed cat with genie blood, is lounging on its back on the sofa,
Oh my god.
just in a sunbeam.
Yep.
Pretty much, you're just asleep on its back, belly up.
Yeah. I got one of those in there. And he just like looks at him and just goes, "Gonna do it," and goes for the belly and gives a good scratch. But then travels up to his neck, so he avoids the claw.
Roll me a nature check. DC's gonna be 40.
God, I have 25. You can.
I guess it's your familiar. I'll make it 36. Wow, you hit 40 anyway. Look at that.
Oh, right. Cool.
So it almost does that thing where it starts to claw you, and you get, but it doesn't actually scratch you, but it does a couple of them, and then it stops, and it allows you to pet the belly.
Oh yeah, good belly scritch, two-handed belly scritch, and then up to the face. Yep.
It's vibrating the wood inside the sofa.
Amazing.
A few moments later, a familiar, elderly, silver-haired elf woman with a cat lounging on her shoulders with a blooming walking stick walks in and says, "Reese, oh, it's so wonderful to see you. Oh, it's been so long. Please, where have you been? Where have you been?" And she comes up and starts kissing you on the cheek, hugs you really close.
Yep. Hi. Oh my gosh, and it's really funny because like he's super tall, but she is also super tall. But, like, only by a couple inches. In my head, she's, like, 6'4".
Mm-hmm. Yeah, still quite tall.
Still quite tall, but, like, small, but tall. Well, you know, did some things and stuff, and may have defeated a few gods since I last saw you.
That's amazing. It's exactly like you said you were going to do. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Reese. Your father, Gerald, would be so proud to see the type of man you've become.
I might need to actually speak to him.
Of course.
But
whatever you need. He's in bloom right now.
I know, he's beautiful. See where I get it from. Anyway. Thinking about himself for 2 minutes.
Hide the mirrors, ma.
He just laughs. But anyway, it's just like we're in the home stretch, and
Is that a fact?
well, Zavid's no longer Zavid. His name is Tybex. If you see if you see a clone of me around anytime after this, it's me, but from an earlier stage. He'll remember you. Both of you.
Why?
He doesn't really have a name. We've just been calling him Reese number 2, in passing. But he's out there because somebody tried to clone us. Found that out. That was cool. But I'm like the only one that got along with my clone, so, hey, there's that.
That is not true.
That's actually not true. Tybex and Zavid became like brothers.
Only one person was
only had a problem.
That is true. Yeah. That's true. And then he's like says some things and like, actually no, that's not true. That was just Khan. Looks over to Adeline and just goes, you know how 2 Khans would destroy the world. So.
Well, that would be an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object. I can't even imagine 2 Khans.
Yeah. Ophelia. God, Danny is named Ophelia now, and she's a vampire.
My goodness, quite a lot has changed since I saw you last.
Yeah,
Holy shite.
Yeah, she's got this whole goth thing going on. But Zavid and his other self split ways where he's on his own adventure, and Zavid is now Tybex. Khan is still Khan. So those are the 2 name changes you missed. So yeah, clone of me out there. He's great. He'll say hi. I'll let everybody know for the wedding of when things happen. So
Oh, of course. When is that going to be, by the way? You and Mythra make such a cute couple.
I have no idea. I wanted to
Well-
talk to you guys about that. See if get you guys into color coordinating things because while I'm good at that, you know me better, and I'm just gonna pick my favorite color. So.
Oh, of course, dear. We'll wear whatever style you need. It'll be your big day whenever you decide to have it.
Yeah, I'll call up Adelina when I try to nail the date down.
Righto.
Yeah. But we gotta tackle Narlathotep next.
Oh, shite.
Yeah. So maybe after that battle, I don't know. I think that's the only time really that it'll work out the best. But
Indeed. Don't want to jump the gun on that one and then have the world end.
yeah, exactly. I'd like to at least get married before the world ends, if it ends. But it shouldn't. Shouldn't.
From what I've seen, all of you are the most capable people on this entire planet. If anyone's going to stop this apocalypse, it'll be Lux Et Umbra.
Yeah. We've definitely achieved godlike status.
Well, why don't you go say hi to your father, dear? Stew will be ready in about 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah. A good idea. And he's just gonna leave. Boop, 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 boop.
I'll
and
leave you
go
to
back
it, you
the
little
tree.
gobshite.
And Adelina throws a wadded up piece of paper at you as you walk out, hits you back of your
Throws
head.
a piece of paper right back at her before he leaves the door. As a sibling would.
Yeah.
So.
Walking outside, you see this massive tree, again, that you know was originally, your father was an archdruid, and he wore an Entshard acorn around his neck for many, 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 many years. And when he died, he was buried with it, so that his body could nurture this seed, this acorn, as it grew, and it grew into this massive tree. That Khan helped you make a potion of something like Father's Pride. I believe she distilled Father's Pride into a potion for you, and then made a bow out of his branch, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
But yes, you walk up to the tree. What do you do?
He takes out the bow, places it against him, and just like, well, he might have a heart missing, but it has come in very, very good hands. And he just kind of rests it on him. He just kind of like sits, almost like, probably for the first time, and like nobody in this campaign, like he sleeps because he likes to sleep. He doesn't need to sleep. But he sort of just like goes into a meditative type of place for probably the first time anybody in this campaign has seen him. And goes, hey, I know I should visit more, and I don't want to just call upon favors to call upon favors, but I need druidic help right now. Be honestly best thing. Could push something in direction, whatnot, for this final battle. Need all the help we can get, and I know I've done a lot with my group to rally as much as we already have, but I'm talking to a tree, and it still is funny that this is how I'm talking to, but You're more than just my dad. And I have met my great, and it's kind of like as many greats as it is in Emperor's New Groove.
Mm-hmm.
great. Grandfather, and have helped change the world for people of our kind from all the way back. And I don't know, it's a little push for the people to rally together. Last stretch. What we need the most, and I think at the end of the day, everybody wants to live, but that doesn't mean shit when you need people to work together. I don't know. I'm just hoping I'll be brief, but I need your help. And I don't think I've really ever asked for help any times, if at all. So, you could give me a sign or somehow that maybe we'll put in a good word with the druids of the sky, or wherever the hell world. I don't know. I don't mean to be dead. I don't know. And he just keeps on rambling. Yeah.
As you do that, you feel something, a spidery sense that doesn't really tingle that often for you because you don't actively pursue it, so you haven't really honed this sense.
He doesn't meditate.
But you're the Lord of Bow, and you don't trance very often. And as you're kind of rambling, you're suddenly feeling, you realize that his skeleton is within the roots of this tree. And as you're talking at the tree at first, you realize, no, you need to talk to the bones. And you stop, you sort of repeat what you were saying into these bones. And you get a sense of drawing towards you. And using your control over bone, you pull up a thigh bone, a large femur that pops out of the ground. And as you pick it up, you can feel it coursing with magic. I will decide later what it does, but this is a druidic magic weapon, a magic item of some kind that your father is bequeathing you. It is his thigh bone. I'll decide later what it does.
Cool, Danny gets a new weapon.
It might not be a weapon. We'll see what it does. It is a magic item of some kind.
Yeah.
A tune thing.
Excellent. Yeah, I think when he's give me a sign when he's redoing things, I think that's probably when the bone pops up.
Yeah, that's the sign.
Yeah, it's the sign. Oh, yeah.
Alrighty. And I think, unless there's anything you need to talk to your mother, Natalina, about.
No.
No.
They were wedding plans, and this is what's going on.
Great. And I think I'm going to move on to Khan, who has been extraordinarily patient.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and close out of that map there. Let me find.
I think real quick, I'm going to. Is there a delay from my camera to my voice? Because I'm noticing one on my end.
Very slight, but not really noticeable.
All right. Then I can stick with it.
It's fine. So put that
because actually, I do kind of just. I'm just gonna restart my camera real fast. So fast.
Go for it. No problem.
I've been there.
Been there, yeah. So, Khan, after you had your breakfast with everybody, you took the mole mech back up to the far, far north, which is where the ship was, the Horizon's Pursuit. You were saying that you had wanted to try to see if you wanted to fix it up with a few other people. More. There he is. You are here with Saint BX9 and Sota and several others. Let me see here. I'll just share these. Saint BX9, the chosen of Cassandra Lee, the goddess whom you just freed last session. He is here with you trying to fix up this ship. This is the ship that brought him here to this planet. The other one who is here with you is the single drone that you had freed from the hive mind, Sota, state-of-the-art Skitrix drone. And the other one is the head of engineering, Volwyn Trezana, who Tybax had to resurrect from the cryopods because he was from the original crew. Mm-hmm. Is that everybody? Oh, and then also Pipette.
Pipette. Forget Pipette.
Cannot forget that you have Pipette, your familiar, your six-legged albino rat familiar with you. So this is who all is with you, and you're kind of at the back, and I'm not sure what exactly you were wanting to do to the ship. I just know you said you wanted to fix it.
Yeah, I want to get this bad boy up and running.
Well, yes, indeed. It would behoove us and aid us in the coming battle to have a space-ready ship that can go from star to star as quickly as this one can. It is also atmospheric capable, so it can fly in the air. We would be able to use it in the battle, much like Tybax's his corpse fleet.
I believe it would be. I agree. It would be of the utmost importance, and it seems that it would take far less time to repair a ship that is currently non-operational than it would be to create, a whole new flying ship from scratch.
Oh, absolutely. Building something like this would take decades, even if you had the plans and the supply chain to get everything built together. But just being able to fix this thing wouldn't be too bad.
And Sota's down under the wires, like trying to pull things back together. She's putting her semi-digital hand up into the computer to try and read the code of the ship. Pipette is crawling around, picking up debris. Hey, Con's in it too. Pipette is running around, picking up debris, doing little things that she's capable of doing. And Volwyn Trezana, the head of engineering, has managed to find the blueprints for this ship. So you do have, since you were able to save the head of engineering, smart thinking, you do have the blueprints for this ship.
Oh, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine it's kind of like a study sesh, right? Volwyn is pointing things out in the instruction manual.
Yes.
We're all paying close attention. I think Con is like tapping her foot impatiently because she kind of just wants to like take everything apart and then try to put it back together.
Because of your planet failure?
Yes.
Yes, we have to be able to get all of this fixed in order to get it up there. But where should we start first? Do we need to fix up the hull? Do we have to fix up the power supply? What do you suggest?
I suggest the power supply. Because what if something goes wrong, and we've just fixed up the hull, and then another hole gets blown in the hull? Then we'd have to fix it again.
Indeed. Do not want to do that. Yes, very well. Let us look at the power supply. Well, this power supply here, the power supply is based on fusion tech. Do y'all understand the technology behind fusion tech? And Con, well, actually, Con, we did discover some of this in our space adventures. The power supply within the Sunrise Maiden runs on thorium fusion. Or hydrogen fusion and thorium power. So, Con, I want you to roll crafting check. I'm going to say 50. And you can have aid. Let me see who can help you. I think Soda has a good crafting. She does. 48, good lord. Yeah, you can take a 3 from her aid.
All right. So I'm gonna need a 9 or higher.
That's not terrible.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I'll hero point that. All right. You're handing him out like candy.
I am feeling good on today because we're getting because it's our 150th session.
Yeah.
More reason to bring out the real life Con.
That's right. There it is.
There we go.
Yep, 12. 53. So, you're able to using the knowledge that you gleaned on the Sunrise Maiden and reaching into pipettes, the Lao Shu Po secret vault, pulling out the tech you stole from Shax, the uranium core, with your Animal Crossing cloud and tornado and construction noises, you are able to get the power supply fixed up. As you do, the lighting in the ship goes down the hallway and starts to light up. It's now more than just the red emergency lights that you'd had in here before. Very good. It looks like it got the main power supply that kicked back up. I think next we've got life support and then the patching up of the hull. And then, other than that, it should be just small things, tinkering things to get this thing space sky ready at the least.
Yes. What about the weapon systems?
The weapon systems are quite formidable. Yeah, yes, indeed. There's a big barrage on the side, plasma cannons, and we've got photon torpedoes as well.
Ooh, Khan's eyes get like, they get huge.
Saucers.
If we can get this thing running tip-top shape, I think we're really going to bring some heart on that fighting field.
I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's fix life support and then the hull.
Well, the life support system, I believe, is in this room over here. This is where unfortunately, the first mate passed away from their carbon monoxide poisoning. The problem was in here, but it has since been patched up, so we don't need to worry about the CO.
I have to say that character's voice sounds like Eric Cartman from South Park.
I was about to say, Eric Cartman, are you here?
Not what I was going for, but I can hear it now that you said it. Now I hear it.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, hey, you guys.
Anyway. You said that you've patched up the Holy carbon monoxide filtration system. What other repairs need to take place?
Well, there's the hydrolysis system that takes in water and converts it to oxygen and fuel for the ship.
There is also the heating and cooling elements, because you don't want to get too hot or too cold in any one part of the ship.
And then, of course, there's the artificial gravity systems. You don't want it too high, as you've experienced yourself.
And you remember a couple of sessions ago when you walked into a room and didn't realize there was too much gravity, and you face planted in 10 times gravity.
Oh yeah.
Like Goku on his way to Namek.
Then let's take a look under the hatch.
All right.
I think as Khan is investigating all of the various systems, I think she's paying extra attention to the gravity systems that are able to regulate and or manipulate the field of gravity within a given plane. And I think she's wondering, she's pondering, she's thinking with her little rat brain. Sorry, her enormous, multiply folded rat brain.
Extremely foldy.
So many folds.
Yeah.
Super hyper wrinkled
So
rat
many
brain.
folds.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm distracted by how cute IRL Khan is.
So cute.
So cute.
Just chilling.
Yeah, just hanging out. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm locking in.
Both cons have hyper ADHD today.
Right? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think Khan is wondering if there's any way that we can... Well, she's trying to understand the mechanics of the gravity field. Like, does it have to be within a certain boundary? What technology is in place to put down a field like that? Because she's thinking of using it for offensive purposes, of course.
Give me a civ tech check.
She remembered, like, that was very uncomfortable to be glued to the freaking floor.
Yeah, and then you recall that the Skitrix Prime used gravity in the battle against you guys.
Yeah, but she
brought
figured
in
that was in, like, that's in the computer realm.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't necessarily mean it's real.
That's true, because the gravity in the ship was real, indeed.
Yes.
So give me a civ tech check.
This is all...
Unless it's all digital.
Han wakes up like in a pod in the real true world in this whole adventure.
She's completely hairless. Good lord. Give me a civ tech check, Con.
Civtech, you got it.
Yee.
That's
Can't
a
stop
49.
succeeding. Yeah, you're realizing that the gravtech is definitely based because you realize that the floors are all made out of ceramite, that ceramic metallic alloy that everything was made out of from that alien, advanced hyper advanced alien species. And you realize that it's the panels, it's the plates themselves. You just have to pass a current through them, and you can, depending on how much current you pass through them, it increases or decreases the local gravity on the panels. So it's built into the floor panels themselves.
I see. But it's not like you could just, take a few disparate sensors and like place them in an arbitrary field, and then suddenly you can control the gravity of that. No, you need a whole plate. And whoever is on the surface of the plate then would be affected by the additional gravity.
That's right. But if you could like teleport a plate somewhere, you could do that.
Would be fun.
Mm-hmm. That's a thing you could do.
Yeah. You could create, a little sensor with coordinates to warp something to.
Or that, yeah, you could warp something onto the gravitic plates. Oh, that mouse is just so cute. Look at that little royal bed.
Anyway, Con is scribbling notes in
notes for the gravity tech
notebook.
Yes, hers.
While we get the life support up and running, and I can roll another. I can run another
crafting. 46 on this one. You can have a plus. Let's see what Skidrix or what Soda can do to help. She is off doing her own thing because she got a nat 1, so she's not helping currently.
Right.
So 46 crafting.
46.
No, you're not. You're kind of getting distracted by, well, it makes sense. You have the planetary ADHD. You're getting distracted thinking about the gravity panels on this thing. You're unable to get the life support systems working properly. So the air is a little thin in here. Every so often you have to pull out a little can of air and take a couple of deep breaths, but no one's going to die in here.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be not nearly enough for if you were carrying an army, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
if you had a huge group of people, they would suck up all the oxygen way too quickly.
Yeah. And that would be a problem. I'll just hero point it.
Okay.
I'll just hero point it.
You need an 8, it looks like. Wait, no, 8, looks like.
Alright, big money, no whammies. I win this.
Hey!
Woo! Called shot.
Con keeps winning. 48 at 10. So, yes, you are distracted at first, but Pipette realizes that you keep looking down at the panels and like you keep scribbling notes on the floor about the gravity. And Pipette goes, "Focus!" and kind of smacks you across the face with her tiny rat paws.
Yes, you're right.
And a few minutes later, after a tornado of Animal Crossing construction sounds, you hear fans kick on, and you can feel a fresh breeze of cool, clean air coming out of the vents once more, after an initial blast of dust that gets cartoonishly in your face.
Yeah. Yeah, Con's fur on her face is just temporarily like she's got like her goggles on and she gets hit with the dust and all of a sudden she's like a light gray and then she takes the goggles off and that's the only part of her fur that isn't gray.
God, I wish I could see that. Then lastly, I do believe we just need to fix the temperature gradient in the heating and cooling systems. Then the rest should be just a matter of getting your professional engineers in here to fix small problems together.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Heating
and you're
and
seeing
cooling.
that, yeah,
Heating and cooling.
some rooms are blazing hot, some rooms are freezing cold. The distribution of heat is very out of whack. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Con is an HRAT technician.
Oh my god, an
HRAT.
HRAT.
Oh my god. Hero point, Con. Take that.
You see.
HRAT. That was good.
You see. Anyway.
HRAT.
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 Heating and cooling. What center of the ship are those?
That would be here. Actually, I can do this, and it's up at H4, a little higher up to the north.
Yeah. Sorry, Fantasy Grounds is okay.
Oh, is it freezing on you?
Yes, but we're back. We're so back. We've never been more back.
So back.
Wow. She goes past the blue Gatorade core.
And this is where you see that there is a large machine that is basically just a heater, a heat pump that generates heat and spreads it throughout different parts of the ship.
Uh-huh.
I guess Soda would be saying that.
This is the heat generator. It spreads the heat around the ship, cools it, and takes the cooling from other places, takes the heat from the engines, puts it where it's needed.
Perfect. Then what seems to be the issue here? Just the fact that you said that the rooms are getting wildly different results with no way to stop them.
Yeah. Something about the distribution of heat is wrong.
I see. Well, let's get in there.
And let's try once more. Let's see if Sota
I'm glad
can
you appreciate
help
the Foley work.
It's very funny.
I
It's very
did.
funny.
Yeah.
I love all Foley work. You can go ahead and take a 3 from Sota. What? Or no, that would be a 4. She's legendary. Yeah, you can have a 4. And then Bix is a druid. He can give you guidance, so you can have a 5 all day. So you're looking for a DC of 50. I think you can hit that pretty easy with a +5. 62
It's
natural
the Foley
19.
work that did it. I didn't
was
do
the
Foley
Foley
work
work.
for the other two.
That's exactly it. So, take the floor. You got a critical success. How do you fix the life support? Not the life support, the temperature,
Yeah.
the temp.
You already
Heating
did life
cooling.
support
HVAC,
earlier.
the HRAT.
The
Yeah, how do you
HRAT,
fix the
yeah.
HRAT?
As the HRAT technician, Han is opening up panels, and it seems to her like it seems like, because if it's just the distribution, then something's out of whack with like alignment of wires or perhaps pipes, because I mean, rooms just physically aren't getting what they need. So she's trying to find either a hole or something that's misaligned or something that's leaking, whatever seems to be causing the issue. So, but that involves her like scurrying around underneath the panels. I feel
Crawling through Jeffrey's
imagine
tubes.
in your mind's eye, we're in this room and she's like under the ground, like she goes in the panel and then like under you can hear like like noises of her fixing things, but it like goes from like tile to tile on the map.
Oh, that would be so creepy. Yes, Bix and Sota hear you scurrying underneath them, in the walls, up in the ceiling above them, with
She's in the
hammering
walls.
sounds.
She's in the
electricity
goddamn
sounds.
walls.
She's everywhere. The repairs are coming from inside the
The
ship.
irony is that Han is crawling all over me right now.
That's I can see her. That's so funny, right up on the neck.
Yeah, POV, you're the HRAT system of the
She's doing the work right now.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh good lord.
I swear, this mouse is the personality of Khan too. Like,
It's hilarious.
my favorite thing, real quick, that she ever did was Troll Howl by, because she made a little nest against the glass where Howl and Sophie could see her, and he was trying to get her, and he couldn't, so she crawls up and pops up, and he's like, "There you are," and then she just disappears again, goes to her wheel, and starts flexing the fact that he cannot be able to get her. It was the
Gotta love that.
funniest thing in the world. You're such
That's
a
so
sassy
funny.
little fuck.
That's Khan.
Yep.
But yes, Khan, you were able to get the heat distribution of the ship fixed, the life support fixed, the gravity fixed. At this point, it is able to support the army of engineers that you have at the ready to be able to send in here to fix all of the minor things to get this ship battle ready.
Oh, fantastic.
But at this point, we can kind of montage out of that and move to the next scene because Con, you have, congratulations, fixed the Horizon's Pursuit for all intents and purposes.
Yay! As we're doing like the little like fix up montage,
Mhm.
can we do like a freeze frame where Khan, and Sota and Volwyn and BX9, we all just like jump up in the air and go, yeah! And it's a freeze frame.
Freeze frame.
And then
Oh
it
my
like
God,
fades
yes.
out to the credits.
Please make that your next art
Absolutely.
project.
Yes, absolutely. We have a freeze frame and then it fades out and fades back in with Ophelia in a darkened restaurant. There are shades on every window, fully drawn, many candles floating in the air magically. You are sitting at a table, and I have some piece of art. Oh wait, no, I just need to put her
I see
on.
the man. You need her.
Yeah, I need her on here.
I was going showing the other couples
There we
and
go.
stuff.
There we go.
Did
You were what?
she notice what's happening?
Yes, you and Captain Rothamir, he had planned to take you out to dinner because he knew that you were going to be leaving soon for the Far East, and wanted to treat you to dinner once more before you left. I made sure to do my research. I know I'm new to this world, but I looked into it. Knowing that both of us are creatures of the night, I managed to find a nice sit-down that caters to people of our persuasion. This place here is called Chez Crepuscule, for those who feed in the night.
Wait, so there's food here that I can eat that's not liquid?
Absolutely. In fact, look right over there, darling. And he points to that big tree, big red tree with the blood red blossoms on it. He says, "Don't y'all recognize that? I looked into the history of it. Turns out that's a tree y'all found when you brought it here from a bad fight Nurgathoa. Looks like it's been taken care of by the druids that you put to assign it. And indeed, this is the same plasma fruit tree that you cultivated, stole from Nurgathoa's place, specifically from Yukiko, Minister Yukiko. It was her tree, and you took it from her, and you got some druids to cultivate it, and it has blossomed into this big tree, and effectively a restaurant has propped up around it.
Above table. I completely forgot about that.
I didn't.
Hey, you remember the other important detail.
It's true.
Yeah.
I
like Chekhov's guns.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Isn't it just? Now, if y'all look at the menu, just look. Everything here is Vampegan. Plasma food only.
I think, like, knowing that secretly before...
Jerry's
Boom.
dying at Vampegan.
Boom. But we're gonna let it go. I think knowing that before...
That was awful.
Thank you.
That's not even the worst things. There's been much worse.
Welcome. I will never forget Mountain Stew Code Red.
Mountain Stew Code Red was one of the funniest things I've ever said in my life.
I know.
He had Dale's Dimmadome.
Yeah, that was a good one too. Dale Dromedome, that was a funny one. Anyway, sorry.
I think knowing that before that she was such a foodie, and probably the fact that there's something like this where she's just like, oh my god, there's so many options, I'm ordering everything.
Oh, everything on here does look delicious. And as he says that, a young tiefling walks up with brown hair, curly horns that stick kind of straight up, a long, curvaceous golden tail, and walks up and says, "Good evening. My name is Sarlith. I'm the head waiter here at Chez Crepuscule. It is wonderful to see you both. We've been expecting you quite a while, madam. Can I start you off with a drink? Plasma fruit Mai Tai is the specialty of it this evening."
I'll take 3 of those.
Wonderful. And for you, sir? I'll take 2 myself. Excellent choice. Back in a flash. And Sarlith quickly scoots away over to the bartender.
Imagine if back in a flash meant that she like teleports away, but in a flash of sunlight and both vampires like that.
Oh, that would be so funny. Why would you do that? Ah!
I didn't think you meant that literally. What the fuck?
Go ahead.
There's a moment where she's like, she looks at the tiefling, and just out of pure instinct, she just messages Reese just because they have that same horny brain.
Yes.
And she just like, hey, I'm on a date. I really shouldn't be messaging you this, but I just seen the hottest tiefling and it reminded me of you. Over and out.
He just gets that and goes, thanks, bestie. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Take a hero point, Ash, for staying in character like that.
That's so
bit horny bard from the gate, from day one.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, she wasn't a horny bard from the gate. She was very proper.
She just didn't realize she was horny yet.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. It was Bruce that did it.
So she'll just kind of sit back and then she'll just go through the menu. Thank you. This seems very normal considering what we've been going through the last X months, weeks, days.
Oh, and just real quick, because Jerry wasn't here for that, the person she's on a date with, his name is Captain Rothamir Dalanath. He was the captain of the ship that Khan just fixed up. He was in cryostasis for thousands and thousands of years. He was put into this cryostasis because he was effectively almost dead. He had been bled almost dry, and she turned him into a vampire. And this one is for... So he is a vampire now. And this one is more for Ash. I forgot to share that he is no longer wearing his armor. He has gotten a haircut. He's gotten himself a very nice suit using the money of Druma. And yeah, he has a nice long necklace on as well. Sorry I didn't show that earlier. I forgot to show the art. This is Captain Rothamir Dalanath.
I remember hearing about this guy when during the session I got introduced in.
Mm-hmm.
Very sexy.
There's a reason for all of this, I promise.
Yep. And as you're give me a perception check.
Yeah, of course. James, stop. We'll take it though.
Oh wow, 47 critical success. You're looking around, and you realize that there actually are no windows behind the curtains. There's no natural light at all coming into this place. And you look around and you realize there's no mirrors on the wall anywhere. This is definitely a restaurant for vampires. And in addition, the other thing you notice with your nat 20, or not nat 20, your critical, is that the woman sitting at the piano is a banshee.
This place is amazing.
Isn't it just?
Where did you find this at?
It popped up pretty much naturally around this here tree. Seems there's more than just myself, more than just you and me, who are people of the night, not wanting to feed on the living.
I'm definitely gonna give it 5 stars on Whelp.
Welp.
That was funny.
Hero point that one too.
Yeah, you can have another one.
Come
That was
on.
good. Whelp is funny. And we're coming up on the end of the game. I need to stack you guys.
Thank you. I will gladly take that. But yeah, so she looks around and she's just absolutely amazed that there's a place that exists for her, because for so long recently it felt like she was an oddball. And she'll voice that. That's that very same thing.
Well, I definitely understand what you mean, feeling like an oddball. Having just come in from a future, not knowing anything about the history it's a bit unnerving, so to speak. But, we'll get used to it.
So did you have a normal life before this? What was thousands of years in the past, the future? What was it like?
Well, I lived on Castroville, home of the elves. As you know, it's a bustling planet filled with cities, skyscrapers that touch the sky, populations in the hundreds of millions. As you know, I'm sure. I'm sure Castroville today is still a bustling civilization.
Yeah.
Is that the place that they went to and
That's
she hated it?
that's the
Grandmother.
forest planet that you've been to twice. That is like there's nobody there.
Oh, honey.
There's no elves, at least.
There's no elves anyway. Yeah, they're gone.
She's going to put a hand on his shoulder and go, I don't know how you're going to feel about this, but I visited Castroville a couple of times. Once with my grandmother and my psycho brother, who's not psycho anymore. There's nothing there. It's been completely destroyed or taken over by
Nature.
It's been abandoned.
Yeah, it's been abandoned.
More accurate. It's not
not
destroyed. It
it's been
just
abandoned.
isn't lived in anymore. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, she's going to keep that statement.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's a
Sorry.
sign. How do you do? No love hearing that. Well, I suppose my home is here with you now. I better fight to protect it from whatever it is that's coming our way. Because I feel like someone as strong as you and your companions wouldn't go as far north as you did, fix all the things you did, bring us all back to life, destroy that creature for nothing. There's got to be something here worth fighting for.
I hope it's worth. And she's getting ready to say it, but then she just stops and she's like, yeah, I'm certainly sure it'll be fine. Maybe a
have the
small
utmost
shadow of a
faith.
doubt.
After the things I've seen, the stories I've heard of Lux Et Umbra, I have the utmost faith in y'all.
You've noticed for like 3 days.
The things I've heard, people talk, madam.
He listened to the podcast about us.
Yeah.
That's right. As he's saying
There's
this,
fan casts.
another tiefling man, heavily tattooed with piercings, walks up. And
This was definitely built for Ashley.
Yeah. I built. This is why I asked all of you guys individually, like, hey, what do you want for downtime? Like a week ago, so I could specifically do this stuff. And he comes up with a tray, and he puts down 4 drinks that are blood red that each have a little lime wedge, and they've got blueberries on a stick, on a skewer inside of it as a mixing stick. He says, here's the 4 plasma food my size, 3 here, 1 for the gentleman, or 2 for the gentleman. Sorry, I forgot to put 2 for him. And if you need any more top ups, just let me know. I'm Numfar, and I'll be your mixologist for this evening. Good evening. And he walks off.
Another message to Reese. Oh my god, everyone here is hot. Over and out.
Thank you, bestie. I'll do something about that later.
It's like when you're texting your best friend, like, while you're on a date.
Mm-hmm.
Just, like, approvingly.
Everybody's hot. Not if I have something to say about it. Like, what? Huh? It's not the
Tiebacks,
reaction I
no.
expected.
Right?
No, it would have been funny if that's how Reese reacted. Like, not for long.
Oh no.
Okay.
Woof.
Cool. Scared.
Do something about that later.
And you take a sip, and it's strong. You can tell it's alcoholic, but it is a cocktail or a wine, clearly made out of the fruit of this plasma fruit tree. This blood substitute. This blood from a non-living creature.
You know what she hasn't done in a long time was get drunk, so because she hasn't been able to. So she's going to down this first one, and then the second one.
Well, slow down there. You don't want to fill up on an empty stomach. Got to make room for the main course. This here restaurant's known for its soup. Went ahead and took the liberty of ordering it for us.
And you made choices without having to ask me?
Why? Is that unheard of in elf society these days?
She just like sits back, crosses her arms. We're gonna get on. We're gonna get on very well.
Glad to hear. I live to serve, madam. And he bows his head, as he is your thrall. He does technically live to serve you.
Uh-oh, power dynamics situation here.
Wait,
Uh-oh.
what?
Uh-oh.
Oh, the power
Oh,
trip.
Problematic.
no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
Then a
serve
few
me.
moments later,
Oh my goodness.
Sarlith comes back up and places down 2 large bowls of a red soup that is steaming in front of you. He says, plasma fruit gazpacho for both. Please enjoy. If you need anything else, again, my name is Sarlith, and enjoy. And he scoots off. Oh, don't this look scrumptious?
Amazing. You have been how frustrating it's been watching everyone else eat, and everything I taste, this tastes like ash and nothing.
It is good to be able to enjoy the finer things that we lost. Cheers.
Eh. And then she'll try some of the soup. Is it nice?
It's delicious. Again, everything you've tried to eat has tasted like ash. There's been 2 things that have tasted good to you since you turned. The first one was the Capri Sun's worth of blood that you got from Sir Hop when you first got turned, and then when you drank from Tessariel, the Grave Guardian, when you turned her, the first person you turned. It's those 2 bloods. It's the only thing that have tasted good since you've turned. But this drink and this soup is incredible.
What a time to be dead.
Absolutely. Must give our compliments to the head chef.
And she's like, I would love to bring, maybe I could bring Tybax here. I mean, he did drink blood, or eat meat, raw meat.
Maybe they have a blood sausage.
Call it
He
blood
might be
pudding,
into that.
perhaps.
Blood pudding would be a delicious dessert indeed.
I think as they're kind of just like talking back and forth, I would also like to maybe, so being like god of blood or whatnot, do I hear people worship us? Like, is it like,
You
remember
Yes.
like in God Almighty or Bruce
Evan
Almighty?
Almighty, Bruce Almighty. Yeah,
Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty.
That's what like, do you hear people?
You do. All 4 of you have been hearing prayers. But Ophelia, you've been specifically hearing prayers of like, well, since you lost Bruce, you've been hearing desperate lovers, sad lovers, but you get a lot of like love-lorn type people who are praying about love, whether romantic or otherwise. It could be parental love, it could be platonic love, but people who have been praying about that kind of thing have really been hitting your ears. But also, as the essence of blood, you have been feeling the heartbeats of creatures that are nearby you. And the range of that has been extending slowly each day. So you can kind of feel the heartbeats of everything within a radius of you.
Shane, what was you going to say?
Yeah, sorry, I interrupted.
Oh, no, I was just thinking also bloodline type stuff, inheritances, things of like hoping that the child takes after the father or the mother, or that they're healthy, that they don't inherit like say a disease or something from their blood, that sort of thing. Absolutely. I imagine in a way, in a similar way to like not necessarily fertility, but just healthy conception, in the sense of like I want them to have strong blood, from our legacy, that type of thing. I mean, your family also is all about sort of its legacy in that sense, so it sort of falls under that purview. I feel like,
and
as an
the entire
addition,
plot of the campaign is about her blood.
Literally.
Right.
The
So I
entire
feel
campaign.
like there's multiple facets of like your dominion over this concept in general, you know.
Would she be able to do it? Like, is there any way of like, can a god answer like a prayer or give
Yes.
someone solace, I guess?
Yes. You
Golas,
can
no,
choose
nobody
to
likes
listen.
him.
You can choose to listen to a specific, like, pick one out, and you can, like, you have free will. You can enact miracles at this point. You're a 20th level bard.
So I would like, as she's drinking, like
Gonna start drunk answering prayers like a drunk text.
Drunk text.
no, but I imagine like that's when she probably maybe hones in on it. Like it's been so long. Like she hears them, but she doesn't really hone in on any because there's so many. But maybe as she's drinking and they're talking and stuff, I'd like to think that there's maybe one or two or something that maybe comes through, and it's like she'd like to answer essentially that prayer.
You reach out
Tap
and
into that
you
godness.
kind of swim through all of the noise because you've been able to sort of block it out. You know, it's distracting, but you've been getting better at blocking it out. But you sift through all the noise and you listen for pain, and you find a young mother is praying over a bed. She's praying for her daughter who has an ailment of her blood. It's hot. Her blood is hot. They can't cool her off. They don't know why. None of their medicine people, none of their shaman, none of their clerics have been able to help. None of their traditional remedies have been able to help. And she seems desperately calling out to anyone who will listen, because the gods that she was praying to before were not listening. She's given up on whatever god they prayed to before. They've given up on, and they're praying to anyone who will listen.
Can we answer that prayer?
You
Are
can.
they actually nearby?
Not necessarily, but you could project power or teleport.
I know this absolutely destroys your plan,
Yeah.
but as she's there and they're having a good time and they're drinking, I think, and she hones in on that voice and she listens, she's going to look at him and go, this is such a beautiful first date, and I hope that the world doesn't end and we can go on very many more of these, perhaps travel the world and not be worried that, there's going to be something lurking around the corner. But being a goddess of whatever this is, I think there's something that needs me. You're welcome to join if you'd like.
I think y'all should appear to your faithful without your servant. I'll pay for the bill here. And as far as the end of the world and a second date, I found out when the conjunction is, and I've already planned us a hike and a concert that evening for 2 days after. Go on and save the world now.
Love him. Yeah, she'll give him a kiss, and then she's going to teleport to this mother.
I think this is a good spot to jump over to Tybax. We could fade out on Ophelia teleporting away to heal a small child of probably leukemia. But Tybax, where would you like to do this from? Because I know what you want to do, but where do you want to be? Like, what map do you want me to open?
I want to do two things.
Oh,
First,
yeah, sure, whatever.
I want to have a scene with Gavel.
Okay. Where? And then you can.
I think I'm going to do this with Gavel nearby. So doesn't really matter, just somewhere in Shadow Valley, maybe out by the Ent Shard. by Dirge's Grove, maybe.
Got it. Yep, Dirge's Glade. I got you.
Yeah. While you're getting that set up, I had a headcanon this entire scene with the fucking Banshee. She's playing beautifully. Dun da da dun 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 da da dun dun.
The winner takes all. You're completely cutting out. Your microphone isn't even doing any noise.
Yeah, and it's just screaming and like this shrieking and stuff, and like the whole like every time she does like a really high pitched shriek, like a glass breaks somewhere. So you guys are having this very like serious conversation. There's like one person who's like a thrall to like a sort of like a thrall to one of the vampires, like a mortal person that comes in and they faint and just like fall and knock something off a table. Headcanon the entire time this is happening. Anyway, I thought that was kind of funny in my head, but I didn't want to interrupt.
It's so funny. I love that.
That and
that's
the
very
fact that the fact that like the waitress is like, all right, my name is blah blah blah, and then you guys are having this conversation, but then it cuts back to the kitchen and it's like a scene from Hell's Kitchen, like, this is raw, remake it, blah blah blah. Do you know who she is? This is the biggest customer we've ever had. I will not have us fuck this up. And like just like super intense shit, but it's like soundproof so you don't hear any of that. And it's like oof, like really intense shit happening back in that kitchen. That's another thing that was happening in my head. I'm like, oh man, they are like, this is the biggest customer they've had ever since they opened. Like, this is like the owner coming in to try their own shit, It's like
in Ratatouille.
Yeah.
It's it's very much sort of like the main critic or whatever, except you're not like mean, but they're still scared of you the same way.
All right, thank you for the
Anyway.
the time. I needed that, but I know where you can go because I have the map for it.
Okay.
You are able to get to the very first end shard you ever found on top of a mountain. You had gone in, and there was this is where you found Wisp in that druid cave, and where Dirge fought the image of himself if he had accepted his barbarianness, and he fought the warlord version of himself. And then you climbed the mountain to the top, to the very first end shard you ever saw. Massive in scope. Dirge climbed the whole thing to the very top to pluck the acorn that he planted at Shadow Valley. But you realize that that's sort of the top of the world, one of the tallest peaks in Galarian. This is where you should do this.
So I get to this tree, and I invite Gavil to accompany me. And I tell him, Gavil, I am about to make an announcement to the world, and everyone is a bit busy, but I know you do not have connections to anyone here. Would you like to come with me?
Sure, I don't mind. Got nothing really else better to do at the moment.
Follow me, and I step through the end shard, and you can see you basically step through the bark, and like almost like a light wherever your form intersects with the bark. There's like a light as you like kind of exit out of another tree somewhere, almost like just walking through a platform 9 3/4 style, just like you just walk through. And we're up on top of this mountain, and I have stuff with me. You notice I brought like a bag of things, and I kneel down at the foot of the tree, and I delicately open up the bag. I pull out some mementos, a little hat, kind of stylish, has a little feather coming out of it, as well as a dagger of a very particular make, and a buckle, like a brooch that has a little crescent moon on it. He said, and I kind of pull these out and I lay them out. And I say, this is all that I have of my 3 closest friends before I escaped the Shadowlands. They are no longer with us. Well, one is still walking around, but he is not himself anymore. I wish to do something I've been afraid to do ever since I became the aspect of spirit, and reach out to the ones that have passed on. I need not hear their voice, I just want to tell them I'm sorry. And I reach out to the souls of Giza and Plick, the two fetchling women from my backstory. Giza, who is like my closest friend, who basically sacrificed her life for me, even despite the fact that I had killed her brother in like a Colosseum type match.
You
as
didn't
part
just
of this
kill her
cult.
brother.
I ate her brother. Yeah, and then Plick, discovering this, wanted to turn on me, and I, with Cabreri's hand, basically killed her and ate her. And Renshak, who is the man I talk about, who's like walking around, I say he's become a ghoul. He is now a worship, like he follows us, but he's only following us because Cabreri follows us. You know what I mean? So like he serves Cabreri, who serves us. So in a roundabout way, he's serving us, but he's not himself anymore. It's not the Renshak that I knew. And I lay out his brooch and Plick's dagger and the hat with the feather coming out of it, like Giza wore. And I close my eyes, and the shadows, like the contrast is being turned up. You can see the shadows darken around. And I say, Giza, Plick, wherever you are, it has been a while. I hope that wherever your souls have ended up, that you are enjoying your afterlife. I have tried to redeem myself over this past few years. God knows how long at this point. You are my only family. I know not where my mother or father are, if they're still alive, and I do not have the will to reach out to them. But to you, I want to apologize. I was ruled by fear. Everything I'd done was because I was afraid. And now that I am free of that, the one that forced all of us into that terrible situation serves me like a supplicant. And I have to just swallow my rage every time I hear his voice. Yet I cannot do it without him. It makes me feel like I'm betraying you. But at least, Giza, I know that you would want me to continue on this path to save everyone. That's just the kind of person you were. Your souls will never be disturbed by me or my powers. I will never use undeath to try and bring you back. But I just want you to know, since I may not die the way that you have, I may not get another chance for us to talk. Please know that I am going to work every day to make up for what happened, so that it never happens again. I hang my head and I say, rest well, my friends. The shadows recede. I stand up and I look at Gavel and I say, I know it cannot be easy coming to a new world. It's not unlike when I arrived here some years ago. I left a place where the only family I had known had betrayed me, forced me to do awful things. And I found Lux Et Umbra. They became my family. They have people to speak to and turn to. But they are all I have. I do not know how long you will be here. If I can send you back to where you came from, I will do what I can to do so. But if that is not something we can manage, I hope that you will consider us an alternative, the family or friends that you may have left behind.
Sorry, I'm used to my thing lighting up around me whenever he kind of grabs the pin, the holy symbol attached to the outside of his coat, and he says, from where I'm from, I take patronage from goddess of homestead, of family, of bonds and kinsmanship. So hearing these words is inspiring, to say the least. And though I don't think anything here could replace what I have home, if there's no true way for me to get back home, I wouldn't mind sticking around.
I'm glad to have you on our side, Gavel. And
I'm glad to be here.
I go to shake your hand. I say, I know in some cultures this is bad, but is this okay in your culture?
This is perfectly okay.
And you like, not without trying to, you squeeze his hand, and it's almost like rubber, like it's like amorphous. And I'm like, you've got quite the grip on you.
Yeah, that's unintentional. I have to try really hard not to crush things.
That's all right. I'm gonna be a little anachronistic. I'm like a Stretch Armstrong.
I was just gonna say that. That's why I unmuted myself.
That's so good.
But I turn around and look out across the view and say, here goes nothing. You guys ready for this?
What kind of music
absolutely.
by the way?
Oh, yeah.
I have music. You turn off any music you got.
Yeah, good call.
It's
Thank
all
you
part
for saying
of the
something.
file.
Oh, sick.
So for those at home or for anyone listening, I recorded this before the session. Nearly lost the recording. Thank goodness I didn't.
Almost.
Really scraped up my voice trying to do this like long speech. I added some music to it. I also tested it. I don't think it's too loud. Should be understandable. I'm gonna play it off of my my audio. I'll just I think what I'll do is I'll just play.
And then
All right.
explain like how, like what this looks like as you cast it, that kind of thing. Floor's yours.
Yeah, I reach out with the end chart here in like this very naturally secluded area. Imagine getting in touch with Gozray is not too difficult, especially because that god has been waiting to give me this little gift. And I feel like it's understated. I feel like it's like flipping a switch. When you're ready, you turn it on. And I suddenly get dizzy with the amount of connection I feel connected to me. Flashes, glimpses of where random people are. Just anywhere out in the world. I see glimpses of another world, like another planet, like someone walking on Eox, or someone something, maybe with like weird, like scyther type appendages digging through the weird terrain of Octurne. Like just being anywhere in the solar system, but lots of different views of different people in Galarian. And it's just little flashes of like, I don't even know who I'm talking to. I just know that it's like, you turn the mic on and you just hear the little feedback a little bit and you just know, is this thing on type of situation. And I just pull out my thing and I start. So here we go.
Greetings, people of Galarian, and of all the worlds beyond. I am Tybax, aspect of spirit of Lux Et Umbra. I am joined by aspect of bone, Reese Giltleaf, aspect of blood, Ophelia Evenheart, and aspect of flesh, Khan Rizzolo. My counterparts and I are responsible for many recent changes in the multiverse. The rescue of the goddess Cassandra Lee after millennia of corruption, and the defeat and slaying of the former goddess of the undead, Urgathilla. The Pallid Princess is no more, and her power now belongs with Lux Et Umbra, but fear not. We are not out to destroy all life as she was. In fact, we defeated the goddess in order to save it. I contact you today not to ask for gratitude, but to lead you to a new age, one of prosperity, safe from the danger that threatens us all. Its name is Rovagug. The rough beast, the ceaseless hunger. It was sealed within Galarian millennia ago by Sarenrae, Calistria, Desna, and Asmodeus, and before that was repelled by Pharasma, Grotus, and others. The gods have tried to contain Rovagug, and have succeeded for a time, but unfortunately there are those who now seek its release. A cabal of gods that conspire to destroy everything so that they could start fresh. False prophets of these gods proclaim that the end is nigh, that life is not worth saving, that the follies of mortals is reason enough to end everything. This is a trap laid to ensnare the living, a lie of the weak-willed, the aberrant. They seek to snuff out your spark, for they have lost theirs long ago. They teach you hopeless death to bring down your resistance to it. This is the hallmark of the betrayer gods, those that sold you out and then blame you for it. Heed not the followers of the Lost Ones. Their temples are in disarray. They have allowed pain and loss to cloud their minds. With such flawed, broken outlooks, they know not what they preach. All worlds turn the final time, it is true. Our end, the end of everything, will come, but only when the natural end of the cosmos requires it. When the last soul has been taken by Pharasma, and Grotus descends to recycle our universe. The Lost Ones believe the rough beast will bring this about. But it will not come soon. Not if we come together and unite. This time we will not run and hide. This time we will be prepared when the rough beast comes. Look to your family, your friends, your neighbors, mentors, rivals, old enemies, and lost lovers. It is not simple altruism that unites us now, nor love. It is something deeper, something ancient, a primordial need dwelling in our bones. For all of existence, life has been guided by this one principle: to keep living. Rise up and brace yourselves for that primal calling that screams from your soul. Do not let go of this life. Grip it until your fingers bleed, until the pain reminds you that you are still here. Feel the pulse of your existence. Gather your rage and fight this unnatural force of premature expiration. Muster every cannon, every bomb, wand, and staff, gun and sword, tooth and claw. The rough beast and its spawn will try and close their maws down on Galarian first, and then each of our worlds, but it will recoil as it comes to find out that we bite back. We are all different from one another, and the conjunction of the planets magnifies those differences in our minds. Serenites and Iomedeans and Desdens working alongside Zamkutonians and Norgoborians and Asmodeans? How impossible that must feel. Except that such alliances have happened before, multiple times. We have differences, yes, but these make us stronger together as one being sharing this moment in time, this struggle to survive, this fight for our lives, no, for our afterlives. For Overgug will not spare neither the dead nor the living. We are all backed into the same corner. There is no run, no freeze, no fawn, no flight, only fight. I now call on you who wish to fight, who wish to see this ancient threat be undone once and for all. Join Lux Et Umbra at the place where it is imprisoned, at the pit of Gormuz. Join the largest coalition ever assembled in the history of all worlds. Witness miracle after miracle after miracle with your own eyes. Share our pain and joy, our loss and victory, our weakness and our strength. For Lux Et Umbra will usher in a new age, one written by mortals and gods together, a power shared, not a power hoarded. Stand shoulder to shoulder with gods and beasts and peasants. To you, listener, do not give in to despair. Let not the pain of the past doom your future. There is much to know, much more than you could ever imagine, and much to find. Mortals will never cease to seek the day or give up the future. Living runs in our blood. We have survived 100 apocalypses. Doomsday hasn't come yet. Rovaga cannot stop you. Its spawn cannot stop you. Death cannot stop you. Because you have Lux Et Umbra on your side. There are only a few days before Akaton the Red enters its conjunction, and the anger and desire for combat it will bring will swell within all beings. Come to the pit of Gormuz, so that you can harness that rage and power alongside us to save the world. See you soon.
Oh, that was excellent. Take 3 hero points.
Woo!
That was
Holy
awesome.
shit!
There was no music, but honestly, no music.
I'll edit in later if you want.
Wait,
if you want
was
to,
there no music?
it didn't play. No, if you send it to me in Discord, I can edit it in later. It's not a
Oh
problem.
yeah.
But yeah, there was no music.
Hey.
What?
It's an easy fix if you
It's
just send
such
me the
an
music.
easy fix.
Can you send the MP3 in the chat so we can listen to it with music as
Yeah.
well?
Take back what the hero point you just accidentally used for tiebacks, and then you can take 3 additionals. Yeah, you see in the chat. You just
I'm good.
accidentally used one.
I'm good. I had 5.
Okay.
I went up to 8. I'm good.
Sweet.
I'm just confused because
It'll be an easy fix later. But
okay.
Gavel, you heard this not just from his mouth, but in your head, and it reverberated through your body. You can tell that something big just happened.
Was that to everyone?
Yeah.
I can actually even show the card.
There-
Let me see here. Oh, that's...
There should be music in the file. Maybe it was just kind of quiet and wasn't coming
Could
through.
be. Either way, I
totally.
can edit it over. But
Okay.
A while back, I was doing a thing, Jerry, where before each episode, they would see a witch, Baba Yaga, who would read them a fortune, and each card at the beginning had one of the Galarian gods on it, and each one of them would get to pick one, and Shane picked the Gozray card. Gozray is the god of the wind and the waves, the god of nature, more of a primordial force than anything. And the power that he got from this card was, the wind carries your voice to all who hear. One time only, you can make something you say be heard by the entire world. At the time, I thought that I didn't realize that it would need to be the whole solar system, but I did say it's all who hear. So pretty much it extended to the whole solar system.
That's a lot of people. Think it'll be enough for what you guys intend to do?
it has to be. Even if only a few show up, the gods will not abandon this universe. They have nowhere to go. They will make sure that their followers relay this message to everybody else. And there will be some crusades coming down to that area. We just need to be there to meet them. We have some friends.
Are we teleporting down there? Or if not, how long does it take?
There's an ent shard that we can step through, and then it shouldn't take more than a couple hours to arrive there ourselves. We have some friends who are there already. Former god Gork and Mork have been using the last of their divinity to create an enormous war camp to house all of these armies. We should be good to go. Was it good? Did that sound good? Was it inspiring? I was really working on it.
I felt inspired.
Really? You're not just saying that?
No.
Okay.
It would be quite against my oath to lie. So.
Okay. Well, that's I doubt myself a lot, but that's really good to know, because that makes me feel like maybe I did a good job. All right.
I think
okay.
You did.
I'm feeling good. This will be fine.
Stepping back through the tree, back to Shadow Valley, I'm just going to put everybody together once more real quick, in case there's anything you need to chat about.
Quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where did I teleport to?
Absalom, the capital city. It would be in Andoran, I guess. Khan's home city, Andoran.
When Ophelia hears the message come through, can she go outside and see if other people are listening?
Oh yeah. You go outside and anyone who's on the street is looking up to the sky confused or looking around. Every doctor you see in the hospital where you teleported has kind of stopped and is looking around. All the nurses have stopped wheelchairing people. Everyone is just sort of not frozen, but just listening and looking around, trying to figure out what's happening. It's clear that everyone is hearing him.
She'll share that when she sees him.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we can kind of hand wave all of you getting back, but you're all back at Shadow Valley shortly after Tybax's clarion call to the world.
As soon as she sees Tybax, she's gonna give him a hug and be like, "That was really good. I seen hundreds of people outside and they were listening to you.
My family heard you, and oh my gosh, they were near in tears."
I really hope that it gets us the turnout we're looking for, because I am sort of asking people to kill themselves to stop this thing. Time will tell, I suppose.
Bork and Brick both go,
"Oh, that was incredible. We heard you in our heads there, Tybax. Oh, yeah, I heard y'all just a few minutes ago. I knew y'all were powerful, but that wasn't crazy."
Did you hear the music? I added music, and I don't know if it came through.
I think your levels were a little low. It might have been too much high end.
Wait, there was music?
There was music in the background while I was speaking, yeah. But I had to turn it down because I didn't want it to overpower what I was saying. Mm-hmm. So I was trying to find the balance. And in my headphones, I heard it fine. It was just there. But I don't know, for whatever reason, it wasn't coming through.
I can edit it in later.
That was totally in character. Wait, there was music?
It was supposed to be like a sort of rousing string section that kind of picks up and gets you pumped up. The
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
But I thought it was plenty inspiring, even without music.
I think so too. I think the music may have been overkill in people's heads. I think they would have freaked out. So,
Yeah.
I think the kobolds just have really good.
Imagine people like Airdrill listening to music in their head.
Yeah, I don't know. I think for the first time I'm nervous. Whenever we meet people, I'm not nervous. I'm fine, But now that everybody knows, everybody heard me, it's like I feel like I got a bit of stage fright.
I didn't hear a single bit of stage fright.
It's because I
That's all
tried
confidence.
really hard.
You looked yourself in the mirror, and you did good.
And you said nothing about handshaking.
Yeah, good job.
Well, you told me not to do that, so I got rid of it.
Much appreciated.
Didn't want to offend the people I'm trying to appeal to.
It was really good, Savine. Pat yourself on the shoulder. Or Tieback, sorry. I keep getting that mixed up.
You're allowed. You are allowed to get it mixed up.
But good job.
I think on this note, this very small calm before the storm, I think this is where we're going to stop for this session. But next time, we're going to be bringing in the big fortress, the war room for the upcoming battle. So I think this is probably the last time we're going to see Shadow Valley. So everybody, say goodbye to the Shadow Valley map. I doubt we'll be back before the end. You've done us some wonders, Shadow Valley map, but thanks so much for everybody for joining us. We'll see you next time when we're moving east to the Pit of Gormuz. The end is nigh. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.